from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan. Whoopee!
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 586.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to show number 586 of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Daniel.
I'm Tom.
That's Thomas. We have Samantha Ann.
Hello.
And holding down the couch is Dobson. Wait, what's your full name?
Oh, hold on.
Not even important enough to have his mic on.
I clowned him.
You motherfucker.
Okay, what's your full
Dobson,
name?
you motherfucker, Butler.
Okay, is it
There it is.
Travis?
Travis Poole Butler.
Poole.
Paul.
Paul.
Oh.
Travis Poole. Travi Paul. Oh, that's right. You're Travi
Right.
Paul Randy.
Yeah.
Hey,
T-
welcome to the show,
TPL.
everybody. Do your plugs.
So,
Hey, Toni Rodriguez is here,
All
everybody.
right.
Yeah.
Mr.
Lock the door. Lock the door.
We don't trust these people.
Yeah, lock the door. There's crazy people out there.
so right off the bat, we're starting up our True Leave merch promotion again. You could do it now if you want to. We were gonna start September 1st, but we're gonna go ahead and start early. And what we decided to do is we're gonna mail out the gift bags that we were gonna give out at our last BDM event that
Correct.
got postponed kind of indefinitely till we see what's going on. And
So that's what we like to call canceled.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we have.
I totally forgot we even had that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
we-
I didn't
I
even
know.
like when you start I was like, where do we get all this
Oh.
shit? I was like, I'd never seen any of this before.
I was
But
climbing over it in the in the storage unit.
did you throw away your animatronic deer yet?
Oh no, they're still there.
You got to throw them away. They're broken.
They're thrown in the back of the storage unit along with all my Christmas stuff.
No, you got to throw them away. Please.
It's real bad.
Please throw 'em away.
You should see it. In fact, I've been
Now, wait a
shielding.
minute.
I've been hiding you from
But
it
are
because
you
if you
still-
saw it, this would be
But
the
is
end
it
of the
still
company.
company money being used for
Oh.
your own storage unit?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now I contend that.
Now, what do I get out of that, though?
You can put your garbage in there if you want. You
But
have
I
to
don't
climb
have,
over
I don't have a
lot.
key.
Yeah. It's hard. It's gonna be hard.
How do I get in there?
Yeah. You'd have to get the key.
Well, who's
no,
got the key?
I
Travi
got-
Paul Randy?
He's got one
Beep,
key.
beep.
I think.
Who's got the key to the
I don't
Jeep?
think I have a key, boss.
Who's got the fucking
It's probably
key?
in your pocket. You
it
keep
could
finding
be.
shit in your
I
pocket.
don't have a key.
I'll give you a key.
Now, if I go over there, anything that's in there, since it's company, is
Yeah.
half mine.
Yeah.
So I can
Storage
dig through there and
wars.
take some shit.
You can have whatever you want in there. It's all garbage, except for.
Is this where you go to jack off? Like
No.
what? Like I don't. Why do we even have this storage unit? If it's trash in there, then throw it away.
Well, it's gone too far. Now it would take days to clean that thing out.
Send Butler over there to clean it out.
I'm just gonna let it go to auction. This is like so someone's gonna be real disappointed.
Oh,
in what we're
man.
doing.
Yep.
So anyway, what's not garbage
Old
is in
Barry
there
Weiss is buying.
is these gift
I'm actually
bags.
not going to bid on this one right here. I'm not going to bid on this one right here because I see a what appears to be a cum-stained Tom and Dan towel in the back.
So
Not cool.
we have hundreds of these gift bags, and what you're gonna get is there's a lot of shit. So you get a True Leaf gift bag, you get True Leaf
Hey,
sunglasses.
we're paying to ship all these, right?
Yeah, you
Oh
get
yeah,
a-
that's gonna
Oh,
that
free.
fucking
God.
sucks. Who decided that?
You get
That's thousands of dollars.
well, True Leaf and the fine people at True
okay,
Leaf
good.
and our new deal.
they got money. I know they do.
They
I know they
Swimming
do.
in it.
They are helping us out with this promotion. So you'll get the gift bag, sunglasses, White Claw koozie, regular koozie. We got the Bart Merrick team smartphone holder and little what is that? Microfiber.
Oh, like a little cleaner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for your smartphone. EMS has those cup holder thingies that you put in
They're
your
like-
car.
It's a cup holder coaster.
Yeah, condensation absorber deal.
Yeah. Humidor has a portable cigar humidor bags.
Yeah, a little bag.
And one free double D taco from Gringos. And like you'll get all you have, and this is what you do.
So that's inside the bag, the actual taco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better
You
get it
gotta be
fast.
real
It's been in there
careful.
since March, so.
No. I took them out.
Oh.
I froze them.
Okay.
And I
Good,
put
good.
them back in. So they're good
Yeah. And so all you have to do
for like a day.
is if you go to True Leave, any True Leave in Florida, just take a picture of either your receipt or the stuff you bought
Yeah,
at
but
True
our
Leave.
guys don't like marijuana products.
I know they do.
They they do. Oh, they do. Yeah.
They-
Okay.
but
So
then
do I.
submit it on the form. It'll ask for your address and everything, and then we'll send you the
Indeed.
True Leave merch gift bag for free.
It's
So-
really cool. Look, we were
It
kinda,
helps us,
Well, it does help us, but we were pissed. I mean, not only do we not get to see you guys, not only did our event I mean, and wouldn't you know it, the year that we finally start early. And we finally get all of our
fuck off,
venues
because
and
I worked so hard on this event.
And I want to point that out. Samantha worked her dick off.
Yeah.
Hence the reason she
Yeah, I
doesn't
don't
have
have one anymore. It's
She
unfortunate.
worked. Really worked. Everybody here worked really hard to get this thing going. And then wouldn't you know it? So you're getting these goddamn bags. If I have to drive them to your fucking houses, we're getting them out there.
And here's the thing: we'll get new gift bags for
Yeah.
the next BDM event whenever that happens. But
We'll figure it out.
in the meantime, we're like, we have all this stuff sitting here. Let's just give it away.
Yep, we're giving you some stuff. So,
So
there
just
you go.
if you get something from Truly, fill out the form on tomandan.com.
Indeed.
So you told me.
Do you want to jump into this first?
Yeah.
I think you're going to need a shot.
Okay.
Before,
we're doing the shot
Yeah,
now.
well, if that's okay. I think you're going to need a shot before you do this because I don't know what the hell I stumbled upon, but it's very, very odd. And we'll get to that. But, Butler, without further ado, I'll light you up here, buddy. You have the floor.
All right. Cheers. A drink in my hand, tequila in my cup, titties falling out is the best way to dump. Rock and roll 90210.
What the hell? With your titties out is the best way to dump. What
Is
does
he
that
talking
mean?
about pooping?
He's going to dump them out.
Oh, yeah. Dump them out. Okay. Wowie. Okay. You remember that, and I did research. I talked to him this morning, actually.
Okay. By the way, you told me this on Tuesday. You're
Yeah.
like, dude, this is one of these crazy coincidences that happen to us every once in a while.
Well, we call it the Great Magnet. I think we borrowed that from old, what's his name?
Corolla.
From Adam Carolla. But, okay, so we had an intern that's pretty much synonymous with this program and when we were in radio all the way back in the day, whose name was Mike.
Yeah.
Mike was a bigger guy, and he used to be an intern for the Buckethead Show. We've made no bones about it. I'm not even going to filter out what I'm going to say here. I'm just going to be honest.
You may know him as Chungus Pukamungus.
Chungus Pukamungus.
My favorite name ever.
His name is Mike. He's a bigger dude. He has the largest earlobes in the world. He's a sweetheart of a man. Buckethead made him cry because Buckethead's an asshole. And then I'm just going to be real. And we brought him in, and it was so uncomfortable. Tom's like, oh my God. You know, like when Tom he's like, because there's a grown man crying in front of us. I started hugging him.
Oh, God.
You can't do that anymore.
I froze like
You
a
did.
T-Rex was looking at me.
Yeah, like it would have been. Tom would have been more comfortable had I been nude in front of him. This, you were so weirded out. In fact,
I hate that.
if I remember correctly, and tell me if I'm wrong, you were staring at your computer. And you would not turn away from the screen. And I'm holding this crying man, patting his back. And I said, fuck it, you'll be my intern then. Because I'm not going to let this guy bully you and treat you like shit.
He treated me like shit, and I wasn't even his intern.
He did. He told this kid, he was a kid at the time, he's getting married next month.
Just a baby.
He told him, the quote was, you will never work in this town again, right? You were there.
Oh, God.
That's such a douche thing to say.
Anyway, it's water under the bridge, and I wish
he runs the town.
I don't know, man. I wish everybody well now.
It's
I'm
from
just,
some cheesy ass movie.
I'm telling you the truth. That's all I'm doing.
I gotta admit, I've always wanted to see that because it's a douchebag.
Oh,
it is a douchebag.
But if you could make it happen, it's fucking awesome.
The chat room's already okay.
Anywhere they go, and they're gonna talk about like, we're gonna call from Buckethead. No job for you. God damn, this guy's got pool.
He's got connections at Taco
Like
Bell.
every business, he knows every business.
He knows
God
Bezos.
damn!
What if that's like side jobs? Like, you'll never work in this. Oh, actually, I work for fucking College Schwab. I've been working there for 12 years.
I'm calling Schwab.
Don't call Schwab.
Anyway,
So Chungus, and I'm just going to refer to him as that.
then he was our intern. Then he vomited in the bathroom.
Okay, so I'm going to make this really fast because I know you guys.
Crazy.
I know you've heard this story. We've told this story probably 15 times on the show.
Yeah.
So Mike,
Good every time.
Chungus, the night before he comes to work, he goes to Sonic. He gets 2 foot-long conies and 2 cherry limeades.
Slushies.
They're slushies, limeade slushies. He eats the shit out of them. I mean, he butt fucks these.
2 drinks, by the way.
Chungus. Chungus.
Thirsty.
Chungus Pukabuckus.
You gotta have one slushy per hot dog.
And hot dogs are salty, So he eats a foot-long, washes it down with 1 cherry limeade slushie, eats another foot-long, chili cheese foot-long, then washes it down with a second large cherry limeade slushie.
You know there's some guilt after that one.
Then I'm assuming he passes out in his bed after playing Final Fantasy. Then he wakes up the next day.
Panic.
He comes in to do our show.
Early.
He was answering phones for me. And then
It was
he looks at me and he goes, "I feel sick." I'm on when I'm on the air and I'm doing the show. I'm kind of no nonsense. I'm not a. You're not a.
Daniel's a dickhead to interns.
I'm not a dickhead to interns, but I'm not your dad either.
Right.
You don't need to ask me for permission to go to the bathroom. If you feel sick, get out of here.
Right.
I'm big on that. Don't ask me. Just go. You're fine.
Yeah. You're not in prison.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that people
he
are
came
used
from
to that.
Buckethead.
Yeah.
I know. I get it. So he asked me. I go. Yeah. Go. If you feel sick, man, get out of here. Because he's like, I'm gonna puke. I'm like, well, get out. Don't stand next to me. You're big. So
A lot of puke.
So what was it? Like 30 minutes later.
Yeah, I was there too. So I used to sit in the main room, and then when Chungus was answering phones at intern, so every break I got the fuck out of there because I don't want to sit in there awkward with who. And, literally, I never sat in there the entire time. Like, Ava, we break during the fucking music. Take off running.
That is a fact.
And Samantha's seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there.
So I go and talk shit with Daniel, and then Daniel's like, I don't know what happened to Chungus. But this is before Chungus, I guess. This is pre-Chungus.
Well,
because
this is
the reason.
I mean, this is literally
Chungus.
only. This is only minutes before. This is like as he was a caterpillar turning into Chungus.
Yeah. Because after this was I would call him Chungus. He's like, Mike's in the bathroom. He said he was sick. I'm
That's
like,
the transformation.
So then he comes back. He's pale.
I mean,
and
white
he's like, I made a mistake.
sweat and tears.
He's like, I made a mistake. He's like, it's bad. It's real bad. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, I vomited in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
But
You're sick.
Tom is the
And
easiest.
he's like, no.
Like a lot of people, you guys don't know this, but if you come to Tom with something that's like serious,
Oh, I'll give you. It's fine.
but he's also extremely compassionate. He was like,
I'll make you seem like everything's fine.
He will, because Tom's like, well, what? Because I remember witnessing this, because he was talking to you.
It was not fine.
He was talking to you, and he goes, I made a mistake. It's real bad. And you're like, okay, you threw up in the bathroom. That's what bathrooms are for. It's fine. You're fine.
And he's like,
Everything's fine.
no, I didn't make it. He's like, all right,
No, it's tile. They got drains in there. They spray it.
Yeah, I'm like, he's like, no, it's real. And I'm like, it couldn't be that bad. You didn't make it. You threw up a little bit around the toilet or something. Like
It's a little splash.
We've all done it.
It's a splish splash. It's a splish splash.
I'll go investigate it.
No.
Because I need to see it for myself.
Yeah.
Why you were so paranoid?
Yeah.
Like, as these guys like shivering,
Like he
sweating.
was like, like when people are like, oh man, but they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill. That's what he looked like.
By the way, do you tell us this is pre-COVID? We were like too sick and we're like dog is spitting in each other's face.
Yeah, there's a man standing in front of me,
2010
covered in
or
his
something.
own vomit, spitting it on me.
I want to keep answering phones. So I go into the bathroom, and as soon I smelled it before it got even
Yeah.
5 feet away. I was like, God damn! And,
What does it smell like?
It remember
Did you smell the
It
hot
had that
dogs?
acid,
Stomach
that-
acid.
Yeah, acid.
Oh, God.
The
It
acid.
smelled like any fair, but like like real bad.
Yeah, because it was like acidy, chili, cheesy, cherry, limey acid.
And then I opened, and it was one of those bathrooms where there's a hallway, and then it takes a left to the stalls. So when you open the door, you just see the hallway. And then I opened the door, and it was a
everywhere.
fucking goddamn hallway of horrors.
He must have like
spun.
He must have been spinning a figure eight. He was like,
I'm not joking.
He was just spraying it as he danced in circle.
It was like he spun with a bucket of puke and then sprayed the walls.
Yeah. You know, there's new paintings that people are doing where they tie the paint and then they swirl it around. It was like that. It was like, yeah.
It was like spraying popcorn ceiling.
That's a loose hand cover, man. That's
and then it was in the urinal, and then in the second urinal, and then in every stall, it was like plop, plop, plop.
Because at first I was like, oh, but he just puked in the hallway. And then I hopped over the puke, and I turned the corner, and I was like, God!
It was everywhere. It was everywhere, and it was red. It was as red as that couch, and it's just blood. It looked like
it was slushy mixed with the chili or something.
It looked like this.
Oh shit!
Threw up all over every toilet roll.
The original scene in Blade, where the blood orgy happens, that Tracy Lords is in, where it's like, and the blood's everywhere.
It's like the shining blood down the
blood elevator.
Then I ran back and I'm laughing. I'm like holding my palm in myself. I'm like, oh God, it's bad. And then I told Dan, I was like, dude, you were gonna see this. It's so bad. Now meanwhile, Chungus just sitting there defeated. And then Daniel runs and sees it.
And then
he runs back and he's like, oh my God.
Yeah, just like a chopper.
And then we sent Jimmy in the next break.
We sent everybody.
And then we waited for
you're worse than Buckethead.
Then we waited for the dickhead, and then
he's gonna take a shit. And we're like, he's gonna go.
He's going. And we're like peeking on the window. He was like, there he goes, and he's like, oh, you know, like we're like, got him, fuck you. We're like, we got the motherfucker, yeah.
By the way, this is a professional work environment. This
is in between watching YouTube.
The first 3 hours of our job is being fascinated by our interns puke and how much he puked up the bathroom. Poor guy. And then we're waiting for the engineer, like, he's going in there. And then the engineer would be like, God damn. and
then we'd close the door. We'd be leading out, and then they'd go in, and we'd see him be like, God damn. And then we'd like close the door real quick.
We wait for the higher up level boss to go. He's like, he's taking his morning shit.
I can't wait to fire Daniel. Oh, fucking A. Somebody Chungus down here.
And we're
the whole day we waited. Then the poor cleaning lady finally got there.
She was the sweetest.
Oh, and then she's even.
Ask you why. You know.
Even though she's seen.
Looking at her.
Yeah, even though she's probably seen some atrocities, it took her back when she had her clean because she opened the door and she was like, oh.
Yeah, I heard her. She was like, she thought somebody had partied in there. And so anyway, you know the story.
You
guys are so bad.
So you know the story. So I don't know why I did this, but I go to Google.
By the way, EJ is on line 1.
Why?
I don't know. He wants to be a part of this conversation.
Okay, that's fine. I'll put him on line 1.
So why? Yeah, I wondered, EJ, because you were
he knows
referencing this on Tuesday. I have no idea where this is going.
So I type in Chungus.
EJ, why do you want to be a part of this?
Because it was stuck in my head all week. I've been singing this song.
Oh, you don't know?
Week.
Wait, we haven't talked about that yet. You're spoiling it. God damn it, EJ.
I'm gonna pot you down.
Okay, you're done. Hang up on him.
I'm gonna hang up on him.
Just listen like everyone else.
So I type in Chungus to Google. I type in Big Fat Chungus because we call him Chungus Pugamungus, Big Fat Chungus, and there's a fucking song that comes up because I got to give credit. To this. Hold on here.
You randomly typed in Big Fat Chungus.
No. So Ryan hits me up and links me to the song. So then I type in Big Fat Chungus and realize that for years, since 2012, Big Chungus has been one of the most popular video game internet memes out there. It's a thing.
What do you mean?
Okay, it's kind of hard to explain, but evidently there's this guy in 2012. Now, we didn't know. I know nothing of this. What I'm speaking of right now is new to me. I only knew about this on Tuesday is when I Googled it. There was a guy named Dan, and I don't think it's in this particular article, but there's a particular man that created this term Chungus. He would just use it when he was reviewing video games.
Okay.
Jim Sterling.
Thank you, Jim Sterling. I reached out to him to see if we could interview him. So Jim does these he's a video game reviewer and a writer. He hates like microtransaction games and the fact that it's become kind of egregious. You know, you have a lot of games that will like literally nickel and dime you crazy. So he's like one of those guys, and he reviews games, and he's a lot of followers on YouTube and seems like a really funny and cool guy. But in 2012, apparently he's the one that coined the term Chungus, and he put it like he would just use it with no real definition. to it.
Well, it says he coined the word in 2012 as a blend of chunky anus, apparently used as an intentionally juvenile insult.
Okay.
So
Chungus is chunky anus.
So Chungus is chunky anus. So we didn't know that. We just Chungus Pucamungus. It just like became something we said.
Right.
I think we were actually goofing on it because there was a poster that was hanging up at the time that said Gothopotamus.
Right.
And we always laughed at that. And I think we turned Gothopotamus into Chungus Pucamungus because he was a bigger dude. And so this guy, and then so what people did on the internet over years, it became like this thing where they would take a bunny rabbit, they would take Bugs Bunny in this particular cartoon,
Big Chungus,
and they named him Big Chungus. Now, I have the original clip. This is where
they made him wide. And
here,
then...
I'll pull this up. So they stole the...
Chunky.
Here's the original clip. I'll put this up for everybody on Twitch so they can see it. Let me see.
All right.
I want to make sure this works. Okay, here's the original clip. You'll see it's Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd doing the typical go-round. And he's screwing with Bugs. And now wait, I'll fast forward a little bit. He's going to nail this hole because he doesn't want Bugs to get out. Now watch Bugs get out. Boom, there it is. So they freeze framed that because it's Bugs Bunny. It morphs his body.
Cuter when he's chunky.
Yeah, he morphs his body into Big Fat Elmer Fudd to make fun of him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Nah, don't hold him out." And so they did a screenshot of that. They named that Big Chungus, and then it became like a video game meme where they pretended that it was an actual real PS4 video game called Big Chungus. And then they started trolling kids on the internet to think it was a real game.
Okay.
Multiple people have downloaded this particular photo, put it in an actual jewel case for a game, and then given it to their friend as a goof, and then made them like sell it at like GameStop and shit like that. So this is like some crazy ass internet meme. Then this guy writes a fucking song about
This is the best.
There are thousands of Chungus songs. Here's the first one that I found. This is by, and do you have the guy's name with the pink hair?
Oh no.
Here's the first song. Here's the first Big Chungus song.
Like it.
Big Chungus.
Yeah! How fucking awesome is that?
That's awesome.
Right? It's fucking great. We're going to interview this guy. He's from Sweden, I believe. How good is that, right?
Yeah.
Where's that been all my life? We've been using this term since now. Now, Jim, supposedly Jim Sterling invented this term in 2012.
Okay.
Dude, Chungus was our intern in 2010, 2011. So the magnet is pulling hard.
Indigo.
Indigo. Yeah, that's the guy. He's great, and he dresses up like anime characters. Then another guy did a Big Chungus song.
Okay.
This guy's like a singer-songwriter out of California. Here's his
Phil.
Chungus song. This one's a little more like cutesy. Sam likes this one.
He's a big Chungus. He's a big chunky boy.
He's a big chunky boy.
Yeah.
Such a big bumpus.
We're so overjoyed to have a big chunky boy.
Such a bizarre word that we associated with a big dude, and then these people came up with the same thing associated with a big dude. It must just sound like if you're a Chungus. It sounds.
I think it's fun to say.
Yeah,
it is.
It's like bulbous.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like a humongous, chunky guy.
Humongous Chungus.
Yeah, is it Chungus?
But it's weird. Chungus is a weird term for us to come up with and them to come up with that means a big
anus.
Dude.
Yeah, it's a chunky anus. A big ass.
Chunky anus.
No, but that was in 2012. It is now taken on, now it just means like chunky.
Yeah. Big.
And
you're
there's
a big Chungus.
And there's so much more. Like this one's funny because it's Big Chungus, and then on the cover it says featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Come on, that's hilarious. Then they've got so many memes in here. Like here's Big Chungus 2. This is Big Chungus and Knuckles. They started adding like all kinds of different characters in there. Then they found real people, like this lady named Karen Chungus, and they started bullying her. I'm just telling you,
Karen Chungus.
Then
She's got two unfortunate
Dude, it's out of
names.
control.
Yeah.
Then it made its way to the fucking army, and then some guys that were stationed in the desert made their tank Chungus, and they put
All right, we're getting trolled in the Twitch chat. Apparently, we're boomers. Everyone has already known about this except for us.
Oh,
okay. I know. That's what I'm saying. No, we're not fucking boomers.
They're so excited about a meme from 2012.
No, you're allowed to not know things, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, tuna daddy.
Jesus Christ. It's like what I'm not saying that this is such an amazing thing that I missed. I'm just wondering why we had said that and then they said that with no idea about each other. That's insane to me.
Yeah. Well, it's this happens all the time, I think, and now the internet has exposed it. And before, it used to be like, oh, he stole from me, or this person stole from this person.
Right,
and
my point.
Now we're realizing that, oh, yeah, just human minds think alike, and with so many of us, most likely we're going to come up with the same idea and the same shit. And it seems like we want to believe we're so unique, and we're like, I'm like nobody else. And I think
I'm the most creative person in the world.
You're just a fucking another human being, and you probably thought of some shit another human being thought of. And,
like Shark Week.
Yeah. It's all the same shit. Everybody's got the same jokes.
No one's original.
Yeah. I mean, some people, you could luck out. I mean, think of an idea and Google it.
Let's make up our own word now.
Any word exists.
We've done that.
Every sound.
We have a lot of made-up words.
That's true.
I think
Indigo made a different version. I found a new one he put out a couple of days ago that's a metal version.
I need to hear it.
This one's real good. And he says this song has ruined his life.
Yeah, he did.
But he's joking around.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, right?
Right?
This is very ghost-like.
Yeah, this guy's a hell of a musician, too. Hopefully we'll be able to interview him. He's a YouTuber guy. If you guys want to help reach out to him and give him some love from us, his channel's fun. Really fun.
I think, did we interview Chungus?
Yeah,
we talked to him on the show,
about
right?
this in my old house.
Yeah, okay. Not about this, but about the throwing up
No.
thing.
Well,
About
anyway,
the Humungus.
I was blown away with that.
Funny.
I thought it was insane that we had never, ever... You would think that at least one person that listened to us would have
mentioned
told
it.
that.
Maybe they thought we knew.
Yeah. Also,
that's the thing, though. And that's why I
that?
wanted to bring it up, because I think people might have thought that we were saying that because of the meme.
I'm sure they did.
Which is certainly not the case.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's why I wanted to bring it up. I thought that was funny.
That is super funny. Also, it makes me. I wish that we had
I wish we had.
Chungus still work with us, where we use all these songs and then never do. Although, super lazy.
You would never puke in this town again.
I'm joking, Chungus. Anyway, another thing happened this week where Samantha's truck started breaking down. I believe it was on Tuesday morning. We talked a little bit about it.
Well, it was Monday afternoon on my way home.
Okay,
but then also on Tuesday morning trying to get here. It broke down both times.
Yeah. It was turning off at stoplights and stuff. And then
idling.
So you came here Tuesday.
I looked like Chungus Pukemungus.
Yeah. You were like all pale, nervous, and you were like, oh, my car turned off twice. I thought I was going to have to get out and push it during morning traffic, and so we called up Gillis and Gillis Automotive right there in Winter Park. He's our BDM mechanic, and then we're like, hey, we need to bring back Samantha's truck. He's like, same issue? I'm like, I think so. So, at first I was going to say, like, just follow Butler, but then I was like, I don't want you to break down on the way there and have to push with Butler on the side, so I'll drive the truck, right?
I was worried about that as well.
Now, me and Daniel...
I wasn't. I like to sit back and let these things evolve.
So...
I like to distance myself from them and let them grow.
Just so people, if they don't know the backstory of the Grift truck, so back, how many years ago? When did we buy that thing? It's been a couple of years,
2
right?
years at least.
At least.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had it longer.
It was
than that.
only since we've been here, though, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But
we've been here a while.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
So it's 2-3 years ago. Our buddy Danny, the Orlando City Unicorn, you may know him by.
I don't even know if he's still alive.
He is. Yeah, he's married now.
I haven't seen him in forever and a day.
So he was the guy that wore the unicorn head at the, and Orlando City used him for a lot of promotion, billboards and shit.
Him and his girl designed those hoodies with the patch for the pocket.
Is that his
and
girl?
the little coin.
I thought that was just his friend.
No, that's his wife now.
Are you sure?
We got married.
I thought that was a different girl.
So
I could be wrong.
Yeah. I think that's his business part. I think
I don't
know.
You know what?
Anyway, he's happily
Cancel
married.
me.
We like Danny a lot. Anyway, so
he did leave a bunch of
unless he's married to that other girl.
Weird drawings of dicks in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We like that.
Yeah, I told him to do that.
He's eccentric.
He's like, I'm going to leave the dick drawings in there for her. I was like, yeah, she'll love that.
So he wanted to, for the longest time,
like dicks.
trade us his truck for a suit to get married in.
Right.
And then
It was the golden days of the show.
We put it off for too long. We thought we can get a suit sponsor. Anyway, we couldn't do it. It didn't work out. And then finally we're like, because around the same time, I mean, this was going on for 6 to 8 months. And then close to a certain around that time, Samantha's truck, or what'd you have
Had
before?
a Honda Civic.
Oh, yeah, that Honda Civic.
Remember the door didn't open? Half the windows didn't work.
Oh, yeah, I rode in there.
I don't have good luck with cars.
Yeah. Well, they're
always pieces of shit.
That's right. Yeah, if it was new, good luck.
Yeah.
My dream is to get you an old 1980s white limo that you drive around in, but just you.
Oh, God.
Just you.
So
and the back doesn't open.
We're like, oh shit, Danny wants to trade this car. Maybe you could get this car. So we asked Danny, like, listen, we'll just buy your truck from you, because at the time he had it wrapped, but it was wrapped in the old school logos that we had, and that gave us the idea. It's like, all right, we bought Danny's truck for $1,000. And then we had,
we bought some rims for like.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, the rims are more expensive than the car.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
the rims are like $7,000.
I don't know why you guys did that.
Super heavy chrome rims.
Well, they're spinners, and then we put low profile Pirellis.
Yeah. The tires, this kind of plays into what I'm going to say.
And a bazooka tube.
And we had it wrapped, and Danger Brain, came up with the whole wrap motif, and then we had it wrapped, and then we presented it to Samantha, and of course got the rims.
We should have had a ceremony or something.
Thinking they were like, you know what, we're the best bosses. We're number one boss.
Tell us how great we are.
Yeah, we bought you a car. Who does that for we're the best. This will keep her happy. Now.
Yeah, this is before you hired me full time too.
That I look back at it, because
I didn't even know until like last week that we gave you the car. Like I thought you were paying us for that, and I was very angry.
So now I didn't, we didn't. And then after we gave it to you, we didn't think twice about it. You've been driving for years.
Because I don't complain.
And not a complainer.
She doesn't, not a complainer.
So that day, I was like, I'll drive your car up to Gillis, no problem. That way, and then Butler, I was like, Butler, follow me. And then if we have a breakdown,
by the way, when you guys left together, Dan was like, we fucked up, right? We let the fucking Stony Baloney's go together driving again somewhere.
I love it,
damn
though.
You're right.
I'll do it, and then when they leave, I'll look at Sam like this. I'm like, you know what we just did, right?
It's happening.
I'm like, we did it.
But me and Travis, any chaos occurs, we can handle it, even though if we caused it. I
don't know.
I don't even know what that means.
I'm just saying, if the shit hits the fan, we're better equipped to handle chaos than maybe you or Samantha.
Oh, I disagree.
Because your anxiety level's too high. We have zero anxiety.
Yeah, but we'd solve it.
Yeah, but you freak you out first.
That's true.
But that's okay.
Like if we broke down in the middle of the street.
Maybe if you freaked out a little more, your life wouldn't be in shambles. You need to freak out sometimes.
So anyway, I got in this truck and I was like, God damn. And like I said on the show on ACT,
was it stink in there?
No, it was like I wasn't used to, like this truck was made pre 9/11. Like
was it worse?
This truck was made when you could fly with a knife, like a big knife in your pocket. No one give a shit.
Was it worse or better than the tank from Tank America?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was.
Well, the tank is a Rolls-Royce engine, so.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Nice. It was like driving the 90s when I got in, because I'm not used, like, I haven't gotten into a car.
Manual windows, no AC, really.
And it drove like.
Your old boat.
Like, the brakes barely worked. Like I stomping. I'm like,
well, that's so you can go. That's so you can go fast.
There's a trick to them.
You used to have a truck just like that.
You got to pull up on them.
But it's been a long time.
You got to know the trick. You got to put your foot under the brake pedal and pull up.
Yeah, and
it's not an emergency.
It's not a
push
push
forgot
down.
His roots, Tony.
Yes, yeah, and then what I realized is that
as a rich Karen
I
rolling in the dough.
Rich Karen Chungus.
I got that Super Forester. It was my only new car I got when I was 35 or whatever the hell it was, or 33, And but since then, even like 5 years of driving new cars, like it
get
spoils you.
spoiled.
Like
Yeah,
then
you
you get in an old car, you're like, God damn, what is this?
Like Tony has my favorite car.
Well, look at the radio.
I love your car.
Time
And I love
capsule.
the color. It's oh my god.
Yep. So anyway, I get in and I'm driving, and the motor's loud.
Yeah,
I was like, why is the motor so
Yeah,
loud?
you don't have to hit the gas and it's already.
Well, so you can
Dune
hear if
buggy.
it turns off.
Yeah. Like I'm not used to the motor being loud.
There's no eco anything on that.
Oh,
no,
my
hell
god, green.
Yeah.
Use your blue trainer.
And every time
insurance rates are lower.
Every time it switches gears, it's like Thor hammered the goddamn underneath. I don't know what I was like, what's happening? Because it was like, go! It's going to first.
And it jerks you.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I don't want to go faster because I'm like, here comes second. Go! I'm like,
You
that's
do
not
have
good.
to prepare for it.
Yeah, it'll get you.
Did you have your seatbelt on at least?
And so
Yeah,
It's like
whiplash.
it's like driving Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's by your like.
And every time I slow down, I'm like, oh, turn it off. It's turn it off. It's like, yeah,
That's
and
how
then
I
I'm like,
drive every day.
and
You
then
gotta
I'm
tap it. You gotta tap the
and
gas.
I'm putting it in neutral. I'm
Yeah,
revving
tap it.
And like I said, it's revving high, but also stalling. It's like
bipolar.
It does that thing where
It's like, how is it revving and stalling? Yeah, it's dying on the it's dying on the high end. And so I'm stopped at
Now,
stoplights.
were you panicking?
Well, I
Oh
fully,
no!
I called Butler.
Remember, Sam, he's more equipped to handle pressure.
I called Butler because we're on 1792 and it's still like morning traffic and shit. So I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck,
Oh
man.
my god! Please tell me he got so high he forgot. He went home.
So he calls Butler.
I'm like, hello?
Butler goes, Health in Motion Chiropractic. Like, what the fuck? Why are you there?
Butler's moonlighting as his wife's receptionist.
Butler's in
by the way.
DeBerry full lab coat.
So
He's ready to go. He's calling in the next patient.
So I told Butler, I was like, hey, if this thing stalls, like, fuck it, just gently get behind me and just push, like, with your car, push the bumper
Push,
out.
Butler. Push.
And because I don't want to get out on my sandals, I'm pushing this fucking hunk of shit.
Oh,
And so-
not in your sandals. You had on your
So, anyway.
your going out sandals.
This is 5 minutes into the ride, and what I
Don't want to
realized,
get out and push.
Yeah,
in my
you're
sandals.
Yeah, you're after 5 seconds.
I barely got the
Mary
Gillis,
Louise
and it almost stalled like 3 or 4 times, and
These are my after five.
and it was it's not like like okay, anybody who has a car that was built after 2010 or whatever, it's like
Mine drives itself, so I don't even know. It's,
this thing, it drives. Remember, like from
I think it drives like a cartoon Popeye boat.
it drives like a horse and buggy.
Yeah.
Like because like the top suspension is all
Yeah.
wavy.
Oh, there's no suspension.
Yeah, but it's all loose. I'm driving it like goddamn horse and buggy. I'm like, what is wrong with it?
You're driving
Anyway.
a sphere. Yeah.
Like a hamster wheel.
So what I have determined is that we have given Samantha a goddamn anxiety machine.
Yeah.
That she's
it's gotten worse.
been living with for years now. Every time she goes anywhere,
bad.
she has to get in this goddamn hunk of shit and then drive. Now,
Anytime
on
I have
top-
to go anywhere far, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
on top
That's
of
bad.
that, we wrapped it with a confusing Tom and Dan wrap where it doesn't necessarily scream like this is a radio promo
No,
vehicle
it
or some
actually
shit.
says stay shifty.
Yeah, it does.
It's a bunch of weird, like code, like Grift truck and shifty, and like
159.
and then there's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
NASCAR 150. I'm like, so it's the worst.
And then she put her own stickers on. This is like salt eggs and
So-
like all, it's like it
We put a
literally
pirate
just like
spot
the
sticker.
random. It might as well just have like old Bible verses on it and some Descartes rooster on it.
but you know what?
Bullshit crazy.
You know when you see those 1950s war videos of the guy driving like the old army Jeep?
An old
It drives
Willys
like
Jeep, yeah.
it drives like a Willys Jeep, like stiff and loose.
supposed to because you got to float over some rocks.
Why is it stiff and loose? Anyway, so
Did you have to drive down any brick roads? Because that's the
No,
worst.
no. So, and not only did we give you an anxiety machine, that we wrapped it in a confusing wrap that causes it causes confusion, which is the worst type of attention for Samantha because that means people will go up and be like, "What is going on here?" Like, you don't want that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
My husband drove it the other day, and he was like, He came back home and he's like, "Do people just always stare at you when you're driving this truck?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm driving a fucking clown car.
People were honking at me and waving. And I'm like, this is a guy. This is like, not only am I afraid about stalling, people are screaming the whole time at me. And I'm like, goddamn, we have tortured Samantha for years.
You get it now.
Yeah,
and then the whole time we're sitting back, we're like, we bought her a car. She must be happy. And we were clowning her by buying her a goddamn anxiety machine.
It was an accidental clowning.
She drives every day. And then also we put rims that are more expensive than the truck on, which
is a slap in the face, really.
Which they also look like they look good, but they also look.
For a Hot Wheels car.
Yeah. Of course.
It's trashy.
It's like the Tom and Dan Dub edition.
Yeah. You put $1,500 rims and tires on a $1,000 shit truck that
pimp my ride.
And also,
but a lot of people do that, Tom. It's cool.
I know, but it also causes probably more anxiety for Samantha because now you're like, I'm gonna steal those rims. So I'm sure you've thought about that.
Do you remember when you guys had to help me when I got the flat tire on I-4 and I was in the ghetto and these guys kept coming up to me, do you need help? I'm like, I'm gonna get fucking murdered for these rims.
Yeah. It was I'm sorry, Samantha. I'm here to tell you that I apologize. I see the error of my ways now.
So what are we going to do about it?
And I see that we've been essentially clowning you for years now with that goddamn shit truck.
Well, she's running better, so you got it for another couple years.
Got a couple more years in her.
So
I'm
trying to work it out with Subaru.
I noticed that Tom's talking about us clowning you, but there is zero solution here.
I'm working on it. I made some calls, and we're going to see.
What are we going to do if we can get her a new car? What are we going to do with the Grift truck?
I don't know. That's another thing.
There was a BDM that hit me up that wanted to buy it, but I can't remember who it was. So if it was you, let me know.
$1,000. Good as $1,000 in one.
Yeah, either we sell it or blow it up.
Highest bidder.
Yeah. We got to make $1.
It's bad.
You can drive around and have people throw vegetables at you.
Let's blow it up with some pyro spot fireworks.
Yeah,
we could take it out to Bithlow and run it in a derby.
Oh, that'd be good.
There were some.
That's a good idea, Butler.
Goddamn white trash promotions we did back in the day. I'm gonna get in my fucking '93 Ford Escort while
kids are throwing potatoes at you.
A bunch of rednecks throw their vegetables that they haven't eaten in years.
You should be embarrassing.
Like, where'd you get that? Like, it's the first time you ever held a goddamn onion.
But yeah, your breath smells like it.
And you're throwing shit at me.
I remember I sat next to some little kid, had a bag of potatoes, he just throwing them at you. And I'm like, that's my friend.
I almost went to jail. I almost went to jail for that because after the monster truck ran it over, I thought I was like, well, that's it for that. And then I went on about my life, and I didn't realize back then that you had to like tell the DMV that you no longer own this vehicle. So I got my license suspended for lack of insurance on a vehicle that got ran over by a monster truck like a year ago, and then got pulled over. They're like, your license is suspended.
Was that the same night you got a concussion?
It could have been.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It all runs together.
You guys are doing like a vaudeville skit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. All right, well, we'll work on your car, Sam. I promise. We'll figure something out.
I called up Mike Stacks. He's looking. JC's looking. So
see if we can get you.
Yeah, but there's going to be some kind of clowning going on.
Motorcycle?
No more clowning.
No more clowning?
We're getting you a real car.
Are you going to wrap it?
Motorcycle.
No wrapping.
Motorcycle?
It's just going to be a straightforward car.
Polaris slingshot.
I think you deserve that as being, the person that made this company work.
How about a smart car?
I mean, literally anything would be better than what I got going on.
Anything?
Open it up for the clowning.
Wienermobile.
So
I'm in.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Snoop Dogg and the Wienermobile.
I was going to talk about this during Dump 'Em Out, but we got 15 minutes till news, so I'll just blow it out. So yesterday, it was yesterday or the day before, we're at the house, we're about to have dinner, and Crystal's mom comes over for dinner. She lives down the street. And then I'm standing there. I take my shirt off now when I get home. It's just the thing I do.
Not a dinner at home.
Yeah, I eat usually dinner with no shirt.
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah. Well, I put on one because Crystal's mom was there, but usually
you should put a shirt on to eat dinner. Anyway, come on.
Yes.
So, but this plays in
a fucking barn.
I say this detail because it plays into it. Anyway, so I hear the doorbell ring. And then I go up to answer it because I assume that it's Crystal's sister who's also coming over for dinner.
I got my shirt off.
And right when I looked through the front door window, which is a flaw, and I assume that it's not going to be a thing in the future because everybody's got cameras now.
Yeah.
And
who does that now?
What?
Tom
Looks out the window.
Tom.
Well,
you're giving yourself away.
Here's the thing. I thought it was Crystal's sister, so I walked up.
Well, then why even look out the window if that's who you thought it was?
Well, because it's at face height, and then it's like one of those goddamn front door windows.
It's on the door.
Square.
Is it is it clear or is
I thought you were like looking at a curtain or something.
It's got some wooden or some like metal
so
like
it's decorative.
pageantry.
So it's a pageantry. Okay, good.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to know.
You know what I'm talking
It's got metal bars on the outside.
So you're looking through the pageantry.
Anyway, and then I see him, and I was like, no! And it's what we've termed or deemed Raccoon in a box. It's a kid
selling magazines.
I got
door
this
to door
yesterday.
with a box, and then he looked like he saw that someone was there,
right?
And then at that point, this is how crazy I am. I can't then hide because now I feel like that he knows.
Can.
I know. Any normal people.
Man, Joe from Guardian came this morning to fix our system. I hid from him, and he's a friend of mine. You can hide from anybody, man.
Well,
he knocked on the door 3 times before I would answer. I had to make sure it was him.
I feel bad if the person sees me because I feel like he's going to be somehow like I'm going to ruin his day.
So he's going to go home at night. He's gonna be like, you know what?
This is
I was at this house. This motherfucker was looking through the goddamn pageantry. He was looking at me.
I have a TV in my front living room, and like I'll look at them in the eye as they knock my door and just completely look back at the TV.
God damn.
I can't
Wow,
do it.
Chopper.
So anyway,
That's mean.
Oh yeah.
No
solicitations, bitches.
Once he saw me, I opened the door, and I've been trying, I've been working myself up to.
Oh, hello there. I was looking at you through my pageantry.
Because Crystal's been, she's been clowning me, saying that I need to, grow up and grow some balls and be a man.
No, there's difference in grow balls and grow up. I think you're completely grown up.
So she's like, you got to tell these people that no, thank you, and like just like Daniel said, like she's been trying to
stop avoiding
and then I can do it. I can do it.
No, but you don't need to be mean. Just be nice.
I know I am nice,
so
but
just say like, I don't have time, man. I'm sorry. Shut the door.
Dude, you have a Ring doorbell. That's like the best invention in the world. I just tell people fuck off right now.
Yeah, you just talk through it, right?
Wow, that's mean too. You're like, fuck off.
Dude, I have a Ring.
I don't say nothing. I just look at him.
Camera on top of my garage, and I catch them before they even get to my doors. Like, yo, no, go away.
Oh, really?
Damn.
God, y'all are mean.
So this,
I just don't answer.
This,
Me either.
It's easy.
Well, you have a different story.
No,
so
but
it's
I got
easier for
Ring.
you.
I just, I'm sitting there looking at them. They look ding ding.
But again, I was playing with the boys. I was near the front door. I heard the doorbell.
Have the boys answer the door.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Not as babies.
Yeah, if you lose one, you get another one.
Strangers at the door. Go get them. So
I got candy.
I opened the door and I was trying to hype myself. I'm like, just tell this guy you're not interested and whatever. And I opened the door.
You can do it.
And
how old was he? You think?
Anywhere between 16 and
So
19.
like
I don't
teen.
know. Yeah.
Because I had a guy show up yesterday, and it was this man had to be in his 60s.
Oh yeah.
Me and my bros want to go to France.
He had a fucking he had luggage with him.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what is this?
Already packed for France.
So
hey, what kind of rims are those?
So this kid was wearing like some bright pink shirt.
I'd love to tell you about the joys of Big Chungus.
Had some kind of organization.
Yeah, that had a
bunch
bunch
Orlando
of
Sentinel.
Yeah, organizational stuff all over it.
Yeah,
You know, I was like,
all the patches.
It was something, and then so I opened the door. I'm like, tell this kid.
Are you high?
No, well, it's what is it? 5:30. Yeah, of course I am. No, but so I open the door, and then I see him, and then he is like very like defeated. And then he is soft-spoken, and he's not trying to give me the old spiel, and he's literally like, I open the door, and I'm like ready to be like, I'm not gonna do this. I say no.
Nobody's buying my magazine today.
And then he was like,
I guess that nobody likes me at all.
and he's wearing his like mask, and he's like, excuse me,
At least
sir.
he had a mask on.
He's like, do you want to buy something from my box?
That's it? He didn't even tell you what it was?
I got a dead bird. I got a...
I stood there, and then I looked down at his Corona box.
What's in the box?
Let's see what we got here.
I'm like, what? I'm like, this is the worst spiel ever. And then I immediately felt bad.
Is that a Subway napkin? I'll take that.
He said,
I like he's trying to sell you back the shit he stole. Like, in your car.
No. This. Now, okay, so it's not. I've had scam. By the way, I get an inordinate amount of people that come to my house door to door. Like this
I'm fucking sick of it.
And you know what? It must be. We must live.
Well, I put
on
you
the edge.
I put you on the list.
I equate it to. You know how
you live on the edge?
Well, you know, you look over the wall at Game of Thrones, and then there's like a good bit of yardage before the forest starts.
Well, there's where the wildlings are. Yeah.
I live in that where they cleared out the forest, so they could see them go.
Now, you're not truly safe. You're not behind the wall.
I'm not on the other side of the wall. I'm on that cleared out edge. There's some goddamn White Walkers on one side, and then I'm just right in the middle. There's a wall I can't get over. Anyway, so he's like, "You want to buy something from my box?" And then I was like, "God damn!" Like, I immediately felt bad because I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, if you are really, like, he wasn't, I could tell the scammers because they're fast talking. They're like, they immediately are trying to sell me some shit. They
but these are groups of kids in vans. They're still scammy.
Well, they're selling garbage in a box, obviously, and they're
but
just
I don't
trying
think
to
they
raise
get
money.
all the money. I think the guy running the van gets the cut, and they're just kind of his minions.
So I had 20s in my wallet, right? And then,
dude, how many of these 20s you want, boy?
I'm about close to 100 to 1,000 20s in my wallet.
So
that's the way.
That's why they keep going to your house. They just got you pinned down.
Yeah, they fucking know.
So my first instinct was to grab a 20, just give it to him because I felt bad. But then I saw.
Take your shirt off.
You're handing out 20s?
I saw the crow.
I got a fucking box. Let me sell you some.
Wait.
Goddamn crows looking at me, making sure I don't give away my money because she yelled at me about this.
Don't give him a 20.
And then so I started to get flustered because he was just sitting there and he's like, I feel bad for the kid. And then
I'm a crow. I can do it.
And then I was like, don't give him a 20.
Don't look at me while I'm doing it, crow.
And then I asked, I was like, do you have a 5? Who has a 5 or 10? And then
wait, who are you asking? Your sons?
And they do. Yeah, Max is fucking loaded.
Yeah, Max is like, I can break that, boy.
So I then I go back and I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't have any cash. And then he's like, I can take credit.
No.
And then I was like, get some balls, van. And then I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to give you my credit card. And then he's like, but you could pay on this. He's like, you could take a picture of this, and he showed me
and he pulled his dick out. Take a picture of this, old man, you fucking dumb old man. Give me that 20 or I'll beat you up in front of your son.
And then he showed me a laminated sheet of computer paper, and then it had all the information about the organization. So I reached out, I was like, there, took a picture. By the way, this whole interaction happened with me shirtless, which also made it uncomfortable for me.
Oh my God.
Tiny Dukes.
Yeah, Tiny Duke shirtless. So I took a picture of the thing, and then I researched, like, I was like, is this, like,
legitimate?
Legitimate? And then it is some legitimate organization.
What's the company?
It's called, like, youth, Boys Youth of Orlando, or, like, some...
We are the youth of Orlando. We are.
You can show the picture. I don't... It's just...
Youth of Orlando.
And so it got me thinking. I was like, man, okay, this organization is real, obviously.
Just because it has a website doesn't mean it's
But I saw the kid in the website. I was like,
then it's definitely fake.
It was a picture of him, and then
this
like,
motherfucker made his own website for his scam.
No. I'm joking. It was a picture of the kid and someone that looked like me giving him a 50.
Oh my God!
It was a picture from from that day was like in the future. It was like a picture of you handing a 50. Max and Tommy are in the background.
But honestly, I felt
you need to send your picture again, buddy, because it's not pulling up for some reason.
Because and then of course I made the joke before the last time this happened is like then people make the argument is like, oh well, it's good for these kids. It gets them out of trouble and they do this instead of being in gangs or off the street. And I'm like, this kid that answered the door that wanted to sell me something out of the box isn't going to be in a gang or is up to no good. Like he's a soft-spoken, shy kid that had no sales ability because he was just like, do you want to?
Can we stop forcing kids to go door to door and sell shit? Because
there's got to be a better way.
There has to be.
And so that's the point I want to make. Like, because I feel.
Do you want me to put this up for folks to see so they can see?
I don't. I mean, here's the thing, and nothing against. Here's the thing. I really believe that the organization.
Blocked his face. You're fine.
Yeah,
he's good.
The organization is wants to help people. At least I want to believe that, right?
Yeah.
And then
it looks like it's legit.
And then I want to believe it helps these kids, and they somehow have something to do, and maybe they can earn some money or earn whatever whatever it is. But there's got to be a better way. Like going door to door, especially during a pandemic and shit, selling garbage out of a box. There's something better for these kids to do
at dusk.
And yeah. There's got to be some, because I do feel bad, and I will legitimately throw $10 to this kid because he's like, you could just donate or whatever. I was like, can you get credit for it or whatever? I don't know how it works, but anyway, I felt bad for him. And then I thought there's got to be something better for these kids to do to raise money other than this, because this can't work, right?
Yeah, I hate it.
Who buys the garbage out of the box?
I hated doing it.
I do it.
I hate when people force these kids to do it.
Now,
also, it's problematic. You're sending kids by themselves to go knock on strangers' doors. What the fuck?
I mean, you'd make more money if you just sold the kids.
The last time that happened to me,
if you were
you bring a good point.
I mean, you're talking. Look, I'm an idea guy, and look, I solve problems.
Yeah, one could help 100.
It's just numbers. I mean, if you got a van, there's 17 kids in there. Well, 16 of them could be financially sound for the price of one.
The last time that happened to me.
So what'd you end up buying?
No, I didn't. I just
a dead bird. No, the last time, and I told this story on.
If it's a cardinal, it's a sound buy.
I told this story on Semantics this past weekend, so I guess that's okay if I share it here.
Yeah, it's fine.
The last time that happened to me, it went pretty bad. I hear my ring bell, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it and I see some kids, and I see they got skateboards. I'm like, oh shit. So I go out.
I got you.
Yeah, I'll go out my garage door. So I basically flank them, and the kids say, hey man, we're selling coupon books. And I was like, well, no, not really interested. But hey man, I noticed you all got skateboards.
The neighborhood cool down. You want to see a kickflip?
Yeah. And literally, I'm like, you guys.
Let me go put on a grandpa wig so I look like LeBron James dunking like a grandpa. It's fish out of water scenario. You'll love it.
So like, you all got tricks, you got kickflips, and like, no, and they're starting to walk away, and I'm like, I can kickflip, and they're like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm like, yeah, for sure. You guys want to see a kickflip? Like, no.
Like, come on, old man.
I keep
got
a
coupon
bunch
books
of
to sell.
I keep a bunch of stickers in my house, and I'm like, hey, y'all want stickers? And they looked at me with fear in their eyes.
We're not gonna suck your dick, dude.
And they very quickly took
This
off.
guy's a pedo.
I'm gonna lay down on the massage table, and the extra money's there if you know.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm like, as I'm walking in, I'm like thinking like, man, that's weird that kids don't want stickers, and that's when it hit me. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm the weirdo now in the fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, that's how it starts. We know how it works, man. It starts with stickers. Next thing you know, I'm shitting through a hammock on you.
But then I got him back because then I set up like a skate park in my driveway the next day, and I fucking started skating there, and like all the kids wanted to skate it.
No, that's how you get it back on. I'll lure all the kids in the neighborhood.
I'll show them.
Yeah, you want to see my mini ramp? That's
I'll lure
inside
all of their friends over. I'll get all of them shitting through hammocks. You'll see.
Who's a sleepover? Anyway,
I'm on this website. You can actually sponsor a teen. Just straight outright. You don't have to.
A team or a teen?
A teenager.
It's got to be. Now,
How much does it cost to sponsor a teen?
Yeah. Also, what do they get? Like, what is the organ? Like, how is this whole thing run? Anyway,
I'm with you. This seems all sketchy as hell.
The whole thing, I was like, there's got to be a better way. This is archaic. This doesn't make any
dangerous,
sense.
man.
Yeah. Who is buying? Like, okay, I understand that I used to buy the stuff, but now during the pandemic, I know if I bring in some shit cookies and a fucking birdhouse, Chris is gonna make me punt it in the trash because you're like, don't bring that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's shit, cookies, and birdhouse.
That's what it is. It's like some.
They're selling the most random stuff.
You know what it is? It's the gifts you used to get for wrapping paper promotions in middle school.
It's like stuff your grandma likes.
Yeah. It's a Sally Foster gift if you sell 10 rolls of paper.
Yeah. And they're located on OBT. It's nowhere near your house.
What is that? Yeah. Oh, it's a Lisa Frank notebook.
Yeah.
It's glitter pens.
Anyway. It's
bunch of garbage.
You can be a mentor, Tom. You want to be a mentor?
I'll be a mentor.
Okay.
I'll tell them all about the podcast business. I'll bore them.
God. Jeez Louise.
I'll have
These poor kids.
Hey, my buddy knows how to do kickflips. He's got a ramp in front of his house. Let's go over there.
Welcome back to Audio Raccoon Box. I'm your host, Jamal. Up next, and a bunch of kids doing their own podcast. They're up next is a pedophile from the neighborhood. This guy is skateboard crazy. Let's give it up for Toni.
It is weird. Like their mission is like saying they do all these things to help prepare these people to be better citizens, but every other aspect of the website is just them selling shit. Like that's it.
But then at the end, it does say they're about it.
It does.
It prepares them to be really good
salespeople,
door-to-door salespeople, which is a dying fucking art.
This
that,
is terrible.
especially in a goddamn pandemic and in future, like the whole thing will change. Nobody wants you coming to your door anymore. Like that.
No.
Like people used to be angry. Now they're like angry because
you're yelling at you. Get the fuck away from my door.
Yeah. Because now they're extra
seriously
angry.
happened to me like right after this whole pandemic and shit. Like some kid showed up and I told him like, dude, do you know what's going on right now? Like, why are you coming to my house? And
same happened to me too.
And they come in late. I had one person show up at like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I had one yesterday at 7.
I was like, get in here and get in my bed.
What are you doing out there?
Put your jammies on and brush your teeth. What the fuck? So you can't do that though. You can't be a good human. We do have to take a break.
You just like give it like in the olden days. You give a traveler a bed to lay in.
That's right.
I mean, no harm, just passing through. All right, well, barn's open. Better not catch you with my daughter.
You're fucking the phone.
Yeah, and then you're sucking her tits, and then I blow your head off with a shotgun.
It smells like shit in here. It's hard to fuck.
The farmer's daughter told me to beat her out at the barn. I can't fuck you unless you pee on that pile of hay over there, like a barely legal video. I'm weird.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you do it, barely legal?
Is anybody in this barn?
Why'd you put the pee?
Hello, traveler. Are you in there with my daughter?
What?
No. All right.
Who just
go back to bed?
Just pee on the floor in front of the person.
All right, we got to take a break. Toni knows this band, and he knows I really like these guys. I wanted some like local hardcore, so I went back through and I dug out some 430 Steps.
Oh yeah,
This is
guys.
Those are my boys.
Citizen of Nothing. I love this song. These guys, yeah. We'll be right back. 1-844-TOMNDAN show at TomandDan.com. That's groovy. We'll be right back. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here. Butler is here. Let's see here. Toni Rage is here. And now joining us live via Skype is a beautiful dog and a beautiful man. Let's do it.
Ross's Piece of Shit News.
Ross's News today brought to you by the Orlando Talk Show, hosted by Ross McCoy.
Hoo-ha!
So if you want to listen to that podcast, download it anywhere podcasts are found.
Oh, you're out of practice. You fucked it all up.
Yeah,
I forgot how long the intro was.
Should have kept going. You could have talked more about how great his podcast
Ross, I'm
is.
so sorry. I'm really sorry, man.
Jesus.
Why would you do it then?
He fucked that up so
I don't know how to do it.
So bad.
sometimes that post comes at you quick, and other times it's further away than you think.
For whatever reason, I thought the lasers were coming way earlier. I was like, get out! And then I was like, oh no! And then I was like, if I start again, I'm gonna say something bad.
Oh no!
So I just like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Don't say nothing.
Hey, we all agree. You're learning. All right. All right. Well,
you always say something bad, Tom.
I know.
Good to see you, man. What do you got for us?
All right, we got a news update from last time. Since last we talked, Jerry Falwell's son's pool boy has come forward and disclosed a sexual relationship with his wife and Jerry from the corner.
When I saw, the more I dig into the story, the more I realize that this is the coolest thing the Falwells have ever done.
Other than inventing black water to drink.
Right.
So, of course, that one news story then caused an avalanche of people are like, oh, I know things about this guy. I'm going to put it on the internet. And so, although, is it a case where their true followers and stuff are so ingrained
or devout.
and devout to them that they don't care if this stuff happens, and then all of us who are out of it anyway are criticizing them for being hypocrites and obviously but they're it's kind of like, anytime you follow someone, they can do no wrong and you can find justification for anything they do, oh, this is he just this or whatever. Anyway, is it like that, you think, Ross?
These guys will do the big comeback and shame and do the big crying, forgive me, and I sinned, and now I know what sin is, and now let's get those donations rolling in.
Yeah. They have the perfect backup to scandal, which is in their whole religion, and it's all based on forgiveness.
Yeah.
So you could do anything, and
how convenient.
The whole religion is about if you forget, if you apologize and then beg for forgiveness to God, then He will forgive you, and then and
it's tried and true. I mean, we've seen it multiple times. I mean, even locally, I remember when Shannon Burke got out of prison, they showcased his 316 tattoo on his arm, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? You don't believe in that.
Giant fucking forearm cross, Dan, and don't you forget it.
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
Leave him alone.
I was like, you're still the same guy. What?
He found Jesus in
so
prison.
just to summarize, they apparently picked this guy up for the first time when he was 20 and a pool boy at a hotel that they were staying at. They had a relationship with him for a number of years where he banged her, and Jerry Falwell Jr. watched from the corner.
All right.
This Reuters report I'm reading says they saw evidence like Skype calls where the kid, or I'm sorry, the dude, Granda is his name. Him and the wife are talking, and Jerry's kind of peeping in from behind a doorway.
I'm still whacking it over here.
You know what sucks about this too is you're allowed to do this in society.
Yeah.
There's no one listen. Let your freak flag fly, as they say.
Right. If everything's consensual, it's fine.
Yeah, of course. They're do whatever you're into, whatever you want. But the problem is, he was born into this family that's this is
bad stuff. Yeah,
this is bad, and not only bad,
you're not
but
supposed to be doing this stuff.
You have to preach and be the almost like a deity to these followers, and so you got to hold yourself up to the same standards. And you're like, fuck, I just want to watch people fucking jack off in the corner, but you can't.
I tell my wife that all the time. I'm a simple man. All I want to do is watch people fucking jack off in the corner, and nobody lets me do it.
And when you're doing it, he had to have been thinking someone's going to find out about this.
No, you don't typically think that while you're stroking.
Yeah. But after. In that refractory period.
Or right before.
Yeah. You're like, they're going to find out.
And then you're like, oh, it's starting. I can't think about this now. I got to whack it.
Yeah, there's too many witnesses. There's two people, and then whoever they tell. For sure, they'd be like, "Hey, Jerry Falwell Jr., watch me fucking." They're telling people.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So a lot of
I have a bumper sticker that says that on my car.
So
the other shady part is that the three of them owned, in conjunction with each other, they all three owned together a Miami Beach youth hostel.
Yeah,
and that's since 2013.
Yeah.
I just a word of advice, and I don't know anything about nothing.
Right.
But if you are a pastor and you're into this stuff, like, how about go for the Chick-fil-A, not the Miami Beach Youth Hostel? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's
I always refer to Chick-fil-A as a Miami Beach Youth Hostel. Is what my dad used to call it.
It just looks. It can look.
It can
poor.
look. It can look.
Yeah. If these things come up, you're like, shit. You know what? If they ever find out I jack off in the corner, maybe they'll think this Miami Beach Youth Hostel is
like a grooming type thing.
Or it just looks bad.
Yeah, it does.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Next story, Rob.
And our non-judgmental political news. We're just reporting here that the president, Donald Trump, he's going to be soon debating Joe Biden in the run-up to the election. He has challenged, our former Vice President Joe Biden to a drug test ahead of these debates. Trump thinks he's juicing or something. He says Trump told the Washington Examiner he had noticed a sudden improvement in Biden's performance. And then the president went on to say, quote, "I'm pretty good at this stuff," end quote.
Oh, like that. I've heard the rumor
that he thinks that he's taking like mind drugs in order to be.
Oh, he's got that limitless drug.
Less bumbly, because I see them talk about Joe bumbling a lot, but then I've
all
heard
you need
them,
is a little bit of amphetamine.
Sleepy Joe.
I've also heard them talk about.
Maybe he's just on Adderall.
It works.
Well, I've heard him talk about his stuttering, and that's like a real thing. You know,
he grew up stuttering, like he had a.
He has a speech issue.
Yeah, so let's exploit that. It's fucking weird, right?
No, it is. Yeah, the whole everything's
all weird.
It's all weird, but.
I don't like. Honestly, I mean, I should be more of a interested voter and stuff, but it's so much of a circus and all this shit. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I don't want to look at it.
All I want to do is sit in the corner and jack off.
Come on, Faldwell.
He's got it right.
Yeah,
he's got it right.
It's just like, I don't want to watch these people debate and argue. Oh, God. Like, there's nothing more miserable to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fucking look at it.
It used to be something. I don't know. Let me throw this question out, and Ross, let me ask you. Like, when you were a young man growing up, I don't know if you were like me, but I remember even watching like the debates and everything leading up to it as a kid. And I also remember that there was, and again, I'm not throwing shade at anybody, so don't throw it back at me. I'm just saying, when I was a kid, there was a level of almost like respect. And like a level of like the debate, it wasn't like a circus. It wasn't crazy. It was just two guys bidding for office that were debating topics that they had, and we would watch it.
They would take jabs, but it was never
about
like
issues.
Yes,
it wasn't like you weren't calling people like ugly or dog face or a pig.
Oh, now that Jerry Seinfeld audience out there, and in the debate, like screaming, like, what's happening?
We don't need audiences. By the way,
I'm not looking at it.
Did you guys watch that as kids? And like, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I never was.
Ross, did you watch it as a kid?
Yeah, I remember some of them. It must have been '84. I remember being a real big Jesse Jackson guy in grade school. I was like, yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah, I can remember Dukakis in the tank. I remember all of that growing up. You know, but even that.
I remember laughing
Mad
at
Magazine. Who was the guy Mad Magazine always drew him with like a lady in his lap?
Yeah, it was like yeah. Oh God. Oh man, I remember all the different scandals, and
I couldn't tell you the guy's fucking name, but the boat was Monkey Business because Mad Magazine always made that detail very clear.
Yeah, and they always made Alfred E. Newman. Then he's in the tank with the headphones on or whatever. Yeah, it was crazy. But anyway, there seemed to be more respect all across the board for this type of thing. But yeah, maybe Sleepy Joe's juicing. Let's hope he is.
Here's Trump's quote on that. It wasn't that he wasn't Winston Churchill, because he wasn't. But it was a normal, boring debate. You know, nothing amazing happened. And we're going to call for a drug test because there's no way. You can't do that. Yeah, it sounds like a clear case of you need to test that guy.
What the hell?
It just, again, it's all nonsense.
Smoke and mirrors.
Bullshit.
Hold on. And let me, here's Trump on the debates in general. This is Trump on the debates. Quote, "Well, it is a prize fight. It's no different from the gladiators, except we have to use our brain and our mouth and our body to stand. I want all standing. They want to sit down," end quote. What the fuck?
Hey, he's right. If you stand for that long, you're a fucking real badass. It's just facts. It's just facts.
She would have kept naming shit. We use our brain and our mouth and our body to stand, and shoes to keep our feet safe.
And I've got my toes.
He's stating facts.
Yeah, he is.
Next story, Ross.
All right, Dan, I don't know how much money this fucking podcast is making you now, but you might want to head on down to Sotheby's and get you one of those auction booklets. They're auctioning off the Biggie crown from the famous King of New York poster.
Whoa, no shit.
Like the one he wore, right?
It's dated. It's signed by him and the photographer. The photographer, Baron Claiborne, he's had it ever since, and they're going to be auctioning it out. Sotheby's is thinking it might get $200,000 to $300,000.
God damn.
God, I almost think you could get a little more. I mean, that's super iconic, right?
I wonder what caused him, like, at this day and age or this time.
COVID, maybe he's hurt.
Yeah, maybe he has to unload some stuff because he needs some money. But it's a weird thing. It's like, I got Biggie's crown. I'm gonna put it up for auction. So it would
some of them will go towards community projects in New York. It says here.
All right. So is it just a plastic prop, right? Like a costume, it's not actually worth anything. It's just worth something because Biggie wore it, right? It's not plated in gold or any sort of jewels on it for real.
What are the particular, is it just a prop?
It looks like your finest of late 90s dollar store crowns is what it actually looks like. Matter of fact, here it says that Puffy was not sure about the picture. He called it more Burger King than King of New York, it says. And they just got lucky. The picture took off. It looks good in the photo. It does look rinky-dink ass. It looks even like beat up and shit. I wouldn't even say it's mint in box or anything.
Yeah, so it's like
he's definitely worn it out for nights on New York.
It's one of those things. Okay, so I am totally with buying something that's like a talking, especially if you're rich, you got unlimited money. You buy weird things that are talking pieces. So when guests come over or whatever, I understand that because you show them, you're like, hey, look at this. That's why I like that damn Menendez brothers card so much.
It's just a talking point.
It's just interesting. Like, hey, this was taken as a basketball card, and Menendez brothers are in the background. They just murdered their goddamn parents, and they've used their money to buy courtside
and
seats.
to buy the hat he's wearing. He's wearing a Knicks hat.
It's a weird story.
It's so eerie.
The people will be like, "Whoa, that's weird." But the Biggie crown, I feel like since it's such a piece of shit of the dollar store crap that like I imagine you put it in a case. You probably put it in a bust of him, right, and put it on his head.
I'd
right?
I probably wouldn't get a bust of him because I don't know who could do that. But you could get a black mannequin head like they'd use on QVC, and you could kind of tilt it and put it on that.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe put a picture of Biggie wearing it next to it.
But
in a shadow box of some sort, that look kind of cool.
Yeah. Is it worth $300,000?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess if you were a real like hip hop,
fan, arguably you're talking. I'm not saying I agree with this, but a lot of people do. The best rapper of all time, bar none.
Could you buy some other
People
memorabilia?
believe that, right?
I guess that crown photo is iconic enough worth it. Yeah.
I mean, people have done T-shirts, tattoos, murals,
memes.
Memes, posters.
I wonder if he
now does it. I know what you're saying. I mean, it's a hunk of shit, but like I don't know. Like sometimes it being a $1 hunk of shit and it's got whiskey dents in it and the signature, and I'd want it a little worn, and that's what gives it. It's like you're like, it's got fucking Biggie energy in it. I don't know. I would be into it, and I think it's actually worth more. I would say closer to like $1 million for something like that.
God.
Boy, he's such a signature of it all. It's dated. It's signed by him and the photographer. Here's what you do, Tom. You get that poster. You get a fucking giant print of that poster. You put it up on the wall. You get this crown in front of it displayed in a way that shows off that signature. That's your fucking display.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, Ross. You throw a light on it, like a nice spotlight.
Mirror underneath.
Or maybe you make it turn. Something. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The problem is I'm looking at it through my lenses, which is $300,000 is a lot of money to me, and if you are buying this, $300,000 isn't a lot of money for you. So
I'm actually surprised.
Like $30.
I'm actually surprised one of your more prominent hip hop artists has not scooped this up. Like, it would be...
Well, that's why he's putting it on auction, because...
No, I mean, like, to me, it would make sense that, like...
someone else would have had it.
Yeah, like, let's say Drake or Nas or...
the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or something like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised somebody hasn't wanted to scoop that, or Jay-Z, just buy it just to have it.
Well, I'm sure this guy, I mean, those, like... Is there a Hip Hop Hall of Fame? I bet
Should
there's
be.
somewhere. Or they put hip hop artists in the Rock and Roll.
I think they do.
Yeah.
They do
I think
now,
Biggie's in there, right?
I see a ton of white people complaining on the internet.
There is a hip hop Hall of Fame.
Oh, there is.
It's in New York.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, you're right. So if you have unlimited money, $300,000 is nothing for you for this. Like to put it in your house and like, oh look at that.
Or if you're Bezos, you definitely have unlimited money because didn't he become the world's only what is it? 300 billion, 200 billion?
That's a different level. That's more than unlimited. That's like you like I don't even know how to describe.
He's the richest person in the world according to yesterday.
He's he's more rich than the country.
And then his wife is the 13th richest human in the world.
Just from the divorce.
Just from the divorce, and she got 64 billion, I think.
Yeah.
So why is he not buying this fucking crown and just turning it into a cereal bowl, Tom?
Yeah.
Like Bezos should buy everything, right?
Man, that would anger people so bad. Oh my god!
If he was an evil genius, he could fuck some shit up. Right? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, he looks like an evil genius too.
Yeah.
He looks like a villain.
He looks weird. He kind of looks like Lex Luthor a little bit.
Yeah. Like he looks like a.
He's probably he's the only guy that I've ever visited his fucking rocket factory that they just built out on the coast.
Yeah. How's that?
It's cool as shit.
Is it cool?
You should hit up Chris. He'd take you on a tour for sure.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely do that.
All right, what's the next story?
That's definitely something you should do. Something you should not do. Go see Smash Mouth at the Sturgis Motorcycle Festival this year.
Yes.
I thought that already happened.
Played Night Ranger, Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band, Buck Cherry, Lit, 38 Special, Quiet Riot, Reverend Heat.
Oh shit!
And
Lit and Smash Mouth.
Bone Thugs and Harmony all played Sturgis this year, and that now the health departments of various states. North Dakota's health department is reporting they've linked 40 COVID cases to this. Okay, I'm sorry, that was South Dakota. North Dakota's got 17. And they got 103 other cases connected to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming.
How are the bikers and the Patriots going to defend us from Antifa if they all get COVID?
But I like an old biker, but like it was worth it to see Bone Thugs. It's
a
weird. Who booked that? That's weird, right? Sturgis Bike Fest, and you're like, you know what? We Smash Mouth, like all the other bands are like, okay, and then Bone Thugs. Weird, right?
It was probably.
And I'm gonna miss everybody.
It's all
and I'm gonna
90s
miss
shit,
everybody. Like some fucking big biker out there. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! It's
all like people that are popular in the 90s, and you got to think about people that need money right now, and they're actually touring during a pandemic. I mean, your choices are limited.
I know a lot of.
Hey, where's Crazy Bone? Lazy Bone, where's Crazy?
Odd choice.
It is very, very.
How's Uncle Charlie doing? That's what we need to know.
What's next, Ross?
Well, we got a report from out in California, they're fighting a lot of fires. We got a report of the. Oh my god. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say there are fires everywhere. In Colorado, there's a bunch of fires. I've been following because we wanted to go out there, and Glenwood and some other place near Aspen is on fire, and then California is on fire.
Everything north of San Francisco.
It's almost like it's the end of the world or something.
It dries out and then burns crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
this is Vacaville. This gentleman, what they're calling the LNU Lightning Complex fire. His house. Fire raging all around him. He ran out of water, but this American hero had a number of cases of Bud Light, pried a fucking board off his house, used the nail to pop Bud Light cans, and kept the fire at bay with Bud Light.
Yes!
Wow, that's awesome.
American hero.
Fantastic.
Now, we're all applauding him, but if I did this shit, you'd be clowning me for months.
Oh, for sure.
Because of my fucking...
First of all, you wouldn't do that shit because you can't think fast on your feet like this man's a real hero.
Hold on. I can think fast enough where like my hose comes out. I'm like, I got a shit ton of Bud Light. I'll throw Bud Light at it.
I've been working on this impression just for Ross. This is you trying to put out a fire with Bud Light. Okay, so pretend the fire's going, and you're like, oh shit, cold Bud Light. And then you just start drinking Bud Light. The end.
I pour Bud Light on my grill to stop the flare-ups.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying, I have before. I don't drink Bud Light anymore, but I have.
Do you pour White Claw on your grill now?
No.
Don't waste the claw.
Yeah, don't waste the claw.
Yeah. So
let me tell you this American hero's train of thought. He said, that was the only thing I had that I had a lot of, and it was wet.
It sounds like almost Trump talking about the debates. It's like the same guy.
So he
says at first, first grabbed the cans of beer and ran down there. I was shaking them up and opening them, but that was dispersing too quick. So he grabbed a nail, punctured a hole, and he said he would puncture a hole and shake as I was going, and I could aim and concentrate it on the bad parts of the fire.
That's actually pretty clever.
Good idea.
Yeah, you nail through, it sprays a little bit, and then you shake and spray, shake and spray, shake and spray.
But it's such a little amount of liquid. Like, how big of a fire are you trying to put out? Like
double fisted, baby.
It was about the fire was about the size of an average drinking coaster at a bar.
I'm saying, like, if the fire was threatening to burn your house down, I feel like there's not enough Bud Light cans that you could shake and spray on it to make a difference, right? Like, maybe if there's a tiny grass fire, but you would probably be better off stomping it out, right?
This does sound really difficult, Ross.
Yeah.
It sounds like
This guy, he held the fire at bay until it lit his carport on fire.
God
Luckily, at that point, a fire truck came rolling by, managed to put out his carport, but that carport did eventually later burn to the ground.
So he did nothing. This is the best story ever. He did nothing. Ross, you got me. This is the best one ever. That guy he wasted all his beer and his house burned down.
Also,
this is the greatest.
The guys, because I equated to.
I'm crying.
You know how, like, when bad hurricanes come, there's always people on the coast that stay in their houses and don't evacuate. So then,
all right, it's evacuating.
There's and the same thing happens in these fire situations. There's always like an old man that won't leave his house and that wants to fight. He's on his roof with a hose and he's spraying the backyard. And that guy's got some real balls because like if you don't
they
keep
tell
you burn alive.
No, they will tell you.
That's a bad way to die.
He's got a revolver in his back pocket.
Remember the California fires first started and it was like a big deal and it was breaking news and they broke in, they'd show you. I remember First 48 was still not First 48. What's the one I used to like?
Dateline.
No, the live cop show.
Live PD.
Thank you. Live PD was still on, and they went to this guy, and they showed one of those guys up there on the roof, and they have this, he's like a Hawaiian guy, like a bit, he almost looks like The Rock, and the guy was talking to the old man on the roof, and he's doing what you're talking about with the hose, and the guy straight up says, they're close on the road, we won't be able to get through because of the fire. If you decide to stay here, that's on you. You will burn alive.
God damn.
And they said, I know.
No, he came down. They finally got him down. They put him in the SUV and drove him out. No, they were just telling him at some point. They'll just not do anything.
Oh no. The same thing with hurricanes. They once the evacuation order is done, they say we'll not save you until the hurricane's over. But at least with the hurricane, I get like drowning is pretty fucking terrifying, but
I heard it's nice.
The storm surge, usually it comes in. We've all seen it. It's like it floods and stuff.
If I'm gonna go, I prefer to burn myself real good and then get put out with water that I eventually drowned in.
But burning seems way scarier
to
me. It's like those videos of the person like trying to evacuate down the valley road and there's fire and they're driving through fire and embers. You're like, oh my God!
It doesn't look real,
But think how scared you are. Dry embers or fire all around. You're like, if my car breaks down, I'm gonna burn alive in my car with my family.
Have you ever seen video of a person running in flames? Is this scary shit?
Yeah. Like that monk that set himself on fire and burned.
Well, he doesn't move. He just sits there like a cool dude.
That's a real, but you're right.
It's the scariest shit.
Yeah, the monk, he just sits there like, he's just sitting there looking at you like, hello, dude.
Badass.
Yeah, like,
burn myself alive.
Yeah, like, I'm over here.
You know what sucks? I don't even remember the cause.
No.
Yeah.
I think it was Tibet, right?
Yeah, Tibet.
Anyway, next story.
Let's one more thing from this guy. He just said it's eye-opening what nature can do and how little we are. And then he also said he expects his son will be spraying air freshener in the house to get rid of the smoke smell.
All right. I mean, those people are successful. Like, they'll save their house. They'll put sprinklers on the roof and shit. And and if you don't have any sort of forest around
this guy's going to get a fucking carport fridge for more Bud Light.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm surprised Bud Light hadn't picked that up.
I'm sure they will. They'll send them a whole package.
Yeah, they usually do that. Like
They'll
Coors
put
Light.
them on the Bud Light cruise.
Yeah, did you, Ross? Did you see that story about that old lady that couldn't get her Coors Light, and then there was something like with the pandemic, like she's like 86. One of these old ladies. There's a lot of old ladies around the North America. That claim that the reason they've lived to almost 90 is because they have one Bud Light every afternoon.
My Meemaw.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's probably something to it.
Yeah.
There probably is something to it.
Well, alcohol, like, it thins your blood, helps your heart over. Like, those, if you have a little bit amount.
So I'm just surprised that they haven't found, like, and then they put him in the commercial and he's like putting out the fire.
Ooh, he'll be in the Super Bowl commercial.
Well, it's supposed
year.
I think like alcohol, beer, things like that. It's supposed to like release like stress if you had like one or two. But then when you have like 14,
then
I
can't
do that though. 1 or 2 is just when I drink 9.
You know what? Fuck you, alcohol. You're giving me a mixed signal here. You're
I like
I'm-
watching Ross's face when you talk because I see in his eyes he's like, I don't miss it.
You tell me one drink helps me, but 14, that'll kill me? Oh, fuck you.
It's Dr. Tom.
Either help me or hurt me. One or the other. Sorry.
Alcohol, it thins the blood.
How dare you, Ross?
All right, Tom, I'll let you pick animal attack story. We got a polar bear and we got a shark. One of them kills a person.
Oh man.
My God.
Whoa, you're a gambling man. Let's put some money on it.
God, shark deaths are pretty rare. I'm going to go polar bear killed the person.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Which story do you want to hear, though?
Sorry. Polar bear.
It wasn't a guessing game. It was...
The other story, Australian guy punched the shit out of a shark that was biting his wife, and they got away. That was the
Nice.
that was that story.
No shit.
Australian guys are like really manly.
Yeah,
they're always like, like being able to do
They're
things
real men.
that normal guys just can't seem to do.
Yeah. And I thought you were going to tell that story. Did you see that video of like some Coast Guard ship or a Navy ship? I guess it's common practice for like they stop in the middle of the ocean and let crew members just swim in the ocean as their day off or whatever. As like a recreational day.
I don't like that.
And then
always stay on duty. This isn't a fucking game.
And then so they're all swimming there, and they have like a small boat like in between them and the ocean and the ship, and a fucking shark shows up.
Big ass shark.
Like a big ass like free roaming tiger shark or some shit that's like an open ocean shark, which are the dangerous.
So it was a free roaming shark, so it wasn't a patrolling shark.
The open ocean sharks are the dangerous ones.
I'm
like
sorry, Ross, you're
shark.
here, so I feel the need to bully him.
And they started shooting it and shit. Like they're
Why
like,
were they shooting?
Because they were like, get in there! They're screaming, get in. The people were swimming.
No, but they should get in, not shoot it. Like it's not the shark's fault that they decided to swim.
Right.
Well, they thought they was gonna fucking take one of these guys down.
Well, then get on the boat.
Yeah. Well, they're fucking shooting the shit out of it.
That's not right.
I don't think they didn't get it.
hit it at all.
Yeah. They were just trying to shoot it to scare it away or whatever. This guy's shooting an M16 like right near the swimmer. Imagine someone's screaming sharks and they're shooting bullets into it. Like you shit your pants, right?
Starboard side.
Anyway,
Those fucking Coast Guard guys are desperate for some stories to tell their kids, aren't they?
No. I'm gonna get email about that.
I shot the shark and I gave Tom Van a BUI ticket. That's it. That's the greatest things I've done.
Oh shit! I gotta put my joint down to shoot at the shark.
Hey, I've never seen the Coast Attack. They're doing a pretty good job as far as I can tell. Meanwhile, up in Norway, this poor bastard camping. And a polar bear ate the shit out of him.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Man, polar bears scare the absolute shit out of me.
They're cute and they'll fuck you
People
up.
in the area apparently shot the bear. The bear was found dead at the local airport. one can only assume trying to get the fuck out of Norway.
I'm glad you're writing for Seth Meyers now. That's fucking awesome. That was a great explanation. That's great.
I feel like Coca-Cola did a disservice
They
to
did.
humans.
Because everyone thinks that they're friendly and nice.
Like, that's a Christmas bear who drinks Coca-Cola.
Dude, and it's
then
totally-
it's a fucking killing machine.
That's the thing, because Maisie will pick up Caesar and be like,
too.
he's my little baby polar bear. And I'm like, no, he fucking ain't. Because if he was, we'd all be dead. Even the babies are killing machines.
Aren't there, they're the most dangerous bear because where they live, there's such a lack of food. That
More dangerous than the average bear.
Well, not only that, but they'll just kill anything that they could find.
Yeah.
So they like humans, whatever it is.
Yeah, they need food.
Oh, yeah. And they're mad because they got one little piece of
Polar
ice to
bear
stand on.
versus-
I've seen it.
It's sad.
Polar bear versus hippo.
Ooh.
Hippo?
Polar bear.
I think hippo.
I
I'll
think
take
hippo
hippo.
will fuck 'em up.
Yeah.
I think that's a good match.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about
polar
that for
bear's
a while.
faster.
I've been thinking about that for a while.
But if a hippo chomps you with those beer can teeth, you're fucked. Like, seriously. 2 beer cans.
Yeah.
I mean,
4.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, chomping you.
Oh, together.
Yeah, but that fucking polar bear will just rip you apart.
Yeah, but he's got little
No,
bear
man.
arms. That hippo's stout.
Yeah, the
he's
hippo's
low,
got like
thick
thick.
meat.
Yeah,
He's-
thick.
And he's got that thick, like, shark
Oh,
fat.
they do have that thick skin.
How fast is a hippo? Because I actually think they're pretty fast.
They go 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds.
It's
like,
like
a
a
Tesla.
Tesla.
It's like a fucking Tesla.
Have you seen the video?
Only 19 miles per hour.
That's fast.
Only
that's faster than we can
really
run.
fast.
You seen that
see
video
about a polar bear.
of that hippo? We've played it on the show before, but it's chasing that boat and like
that's not the hippo video.
Polar bear,
I like.
25 miles per hour.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's an even matchup.
But a polar, and then the water's swimming, and it's like a goddamn submarine coming at you fast.
No, it swims fast. It swims like a Malibu ski boat. It's like,
It's trying to bite your outboard.
And how fast is like Arthropotamus?
How fast is a skinny kid holding the leash of a crocodile? Because he'll fall down if the bottom outruns him. I'm sorry.
Now this particular island chain where this guy got chomped, 3,000 people, 1,000 polar bears. There's been in the last 50 years only I think it says 5 fatal attacks on humans by bears in the last 50 years. Kind of a little bit to the east in Russia though, it's getting worse. They've had a lot of polar bear activity in the last few years. I think we talked about this in news back to 2016. 5 Russian scientists were besieged by polar bears. And then in 2019, this settlement, Belusia Guba, reported an invasion of 52 fucking polar bears took over the town.
damn.
Well, is the problem is they're being dispersed out of their natural environment, or they're just
I would
constantly
imagine, yeah.
less food, so they're
They just
wandering.
know how good Big Macs are. Now they're coming into town for them.
Yeah. And bears are scavengers. Like they'll go. That's why they have such problems with another person got killed by a black bear in Canada, like a lady did, in front of her family. I saw that story. Did you see that, Ross? What happened?
Hey, I lost you for a second, guys. I got you back now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Did you see that, Ross, where that lady got killed by a black bear in Canada?
They got him. The bear got him.
Got him
Shit,
again.
bear got him.
But there was some story about this lady that was in some
we
sort
got
of
him back.
park or
There he is,
whatever.
he's back.
She was on the phone with her father when the
Yeah.
attack
Oh,
happened.
man.
Yeah. It's like,
I hope my daughter's not on the phone with me
oh, yeah.
and gets attacked by a bear.
Yeah.
That would be,
Yeah,
my
why'd you
God.
say
That's
that?
just, no, I'm just saying, that's just terrible. I feel bad for the dad.
My phone's on.
And here's a little fact that Juan threw in the Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomAndDave
Speaking
Live.
of bears,
He says not only would a bear not beat a hippo in a fight, a dozen bears would fare no better. A hippo has the 4th strongest bite force of a terrestrial semi-aquatic animal. After the 3 biggest species of crocodile and alligator, a whopping 1,825 pounds per square inch, or about 8,100 newtons of pressure.
Fuck yeah.
Goddamn.
One didn't know is that these bears are armed. They got big old fucking hunting rifles, and they take this hippo out. No problem.
Yeah.
The-
And blue gloves, and they're all 17 years old and trip on their feet.
What's weird too with being like a bear
soon.
attack
Too soon.
is there's people that have survived them, lots of people, and they tell you all about it, which makes it scarier because I'd rather not be told about how the people that died and being on like So they like the bear will attack you and then just like lay on you kind of and keep you at bay until it's ready to finish.
It's ready to eat.
Or whatever.
Head.
Yeah. And so you're alive and then you're injured because it's started to attack you. It's like mauling your head. Like so bad.
I'm just wondering if you do that thing where you're just like, where you're just like yelling in pain for hours.
Now, have you ever seen the video? There's a guy who's like snowboarding with a GoPro on, and he doesn't realize that a polar bear is chasing him.
I don't like
that.
It's crazy.
I think that's fake.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
There's the bike one.
I think the one Tony's talking about is a real.
Is it?
Yeah. It's kind of like that Italian child one. Remember that one that came out? Like, where it's like, this Italian child, and I'm like, God damn, that's a scary video.
Yeah.
Italian children are scary as fuck.
What happened, Ross?
Watch The Edge with Sir Anthony Hopkins and one of the Baldwins. I can't remember which one. That's a good fucking bear movie.
Was it Alec in there? No. Was it?
I don't think it was that great a Baldwin.
Yeah. Steve. Oh yeah, Stephen. The old
Stephen Baldwin.
Biodome.
Yes. Biodome was great.
Stephen Baldwin's daughter is married to Justin Bieber.
Is that his daughter?
I believe it is. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's Stephen Baldwin's daughter.
Is
I
it
don't
Stephen
believe.
or Alec?
What happened? Steven.
You know what I miss? I miss movies.
Or no, I think it is Steven.
I miss movies that about giant animals that track humans, and then there's usually like one human that's out to hunt it, and then there's a fight at the end.
Anaconda or something?
Anaconda, giant crocodile, giant bear. They did it with every animal.
Anaconda had America's greatest conservative. What's that guy?
Jennifer Lopez.
John Voight.
John Voight. Yeah, that dirty old piece of shit, old crusty bag of shit.
He also got LL Cool J.
I love him.
He's licking his lips.
Remember him? He's like, fall into the gap. And he's licking himself.
LL Cool J was in Deep Blue Sea, hunted by sharks.
Mm-hmm. He did do a couple animal movies.
Yeah, I like an LL Cool J, man. I've been deep diving a little bit because of his Sirius XM channel, the Rock the Bells channel, and then I'll hear an old hip hop song, and it'll be like, oh, I gotta go listen to that group.
He's got to be in his mid-50s, near to 60, right? LL Cool J?
Yeah,
something like that.
It's got to be.
But he started young.
He looks
Still
amazing
ripped.
though. And Black Don't Crack and Farside. That was yesterday's. I heard a bunch of Farside, and
Oh no shit.
Yeah, I jumped into listening to I know your wife likes Farside a lot.
Oh yeah,
it's one of her favorite hip hop groups. Great job, Ross. That was really good, dude.
Yep.
Oh, hey, one quick last story. Elon Musk, probably about the time you guys wind up today, Elon Musk is going to demonstrate. He says he's going to demonstrate his fucking computer to brain interface thing, the Neuralink.
Yeah, I heard
that's today.
Yeah, 3:00 today. Probably on Twitter or whatever. That's where he announced it. This thing pokes fucking little wires into your brain that monitor your neurons and somehow fucking make it run robots or computers or something. They say they've hooked it up to a rat that can a monkey that can now control a computer with its brain.
I heard him talk about this on Rogan, and
it'd be awesome when I see it. Like, I look at the monkey and I look at the computer he's controlling, and then the computer just starts shitting and throwing it. And I'm like, that's amazing.
This monkey made a computer shit and throw it at me.
I guess the computer's just throwing computer paper at me, which is cleaner. I'm like, he's doing it.
Yeah, the computer put its finger in its butthole and sniffed it and fell over.
That's awesome. I'd buy that right now.
They're going to start with this thing treating like epilepsy and a bunch of neurological diseases. And then I think he said on Rogan that he imagines that it'll evolve until it'll be like a smartphone in your brain, that your brain can work synonymously with this like computer device.
That's awesome.
And then it will be able to look up things on the internet.
Are you anti that or are you pro that? I want one. I'll put one in my brain.
Johnny Mnemonic, right?
Yeah, I think you'll be aged out by the time they get it to that.
Oh, yeah, I'll be gone.
Yeah. But it's a start of some shit. You know, it's cool.
Yeah, I definitely think it's cool.
He says this could allow people with neurological conditions to control phones or computers with their mind. But he says the long-term ambition is to cause what he calls superhuman cognition, which means thinking, Tom.
Wow. How dare you. Yeah.
I like it.
I just don't understand how, and obviously I'm not smart enough, and I'm not a engineer.
You're not in that world, man.
But how your brain would work faster, because he explained it like everybody's got a smartphone, use the internet to look up information. It's like that, but you don't have to actually physically look it up. Your brain and this device would be doing it simultaneously.
You're skipping steps.
But I was just like, but can it then, does it have to look through the internet? Doesn't it have to do the same thing I have to do manually, or is it doing...
Elon, what am I supposed to stare at while my brain is looking it up?
God damn it, Ross, you motherfucker.
Fired again.
No, but I think so you're worried about...
I'm not worried. I'm just like,
no, it's taking steps out. Like, remember, you're having to think about what you want to do. You're having to send the idea of what you want to search for to your fingers.
Yeah. Then
type it out. Yeah. I mean, you're skipping so many steps.
I understand that, but
eyes go to your brain, all that gone, cut out.
But does your brain have to look for the information using the implanted tool? You know what I'm saying? Or is it working so simultaneously that it instantly finds it? You see what I'm saying? Like, isn't there a process of like searching for it, because you have to search for information, right?
Yeah.
So is there like...
So you're trying to see like how fast the turnaround is. Is there a delay? Is it instantaneous?
Yeah, it's gonna all come back to connection then, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna be as fast as we perceive information. Like,
like we're slower than the computer, so therefore...
Because we're hardwired. Everything that we have, we're meant to have. This is going to be, obviously, it's going to be a different device. I would imagine it's longer.
It's going to be like a Pentium 4, like an i9.
Yeah. Anyway, super interesting. I hope I'm alive to see some crazy cool shit before I go. You know what I'm saying?
I hope that they're like ready to unveil it, and you're on your deathbed, and they get ready to take the cover off of it, and you die. Right before you see it. That's what I hope.
Because honestly, like, I don't know about you guys.
Just being honest.
I'm like, watching my sons grow and stuff. It's like, shit is happening fast.
It is.
I'm like, well, fuck, I'll be 40 soon, and 50. I used to think that was like being an old man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, how much more time? You're not that much more after that.
The only way to slow down time is to sleep less.
Yeah. It just, it's going pretty good. Pretty fast there. I don't look at it like,
I don't know about you guys, but things have never been better as far as the world and how people treat each other, and diseases are great.
Yeah. All right, Ross, what's going on in your podcast this week?
Yeah, who's on the show this week?
I think the last one was with Tim Dorsey, the Florida author I was telling you guys about. We talked a lot about Rat House, and I think coming up, first episode of September, whatever the first Thursday in September is Steve Cantwell, that guy I was telling you about, took this 8-year trip on fucking legal weed in Alaska, and ex-Mormon, tells us a bunch of Mormon secrets. It's really good.
Awesome. That sounds great.
There's also Tom, Dan, Sam up there on the the past shows. Janet Banana, Tuttle, bunch of people you guys know and love. Go check it out.
Yeah, a lot of great comedians, a lot of good friends of his. Yeah, definitely like and subscribe.
How was that Tuttle interview?
It was good. It was really good. Me and Mickey are kind of fanboys, so it was hard not to like fanboy out too much. But he talked about my favorite stunt of all time being buried in concrete.
Yes.
That guy's got
he'll
massive
tell you some
balls,
stunt stories.
Man. Yeah, that guy is the real deal as far as like, don't dare him to do anything.
He's now, so he'll tell you all the secrets. It's fucking awesome. It's the best.
Yeah, he did almost die though. That's real. Like those carnies. Well, listen to the show.
I saw Tuttle, and he's in the last video I saw. He's in a wheelchair with Jana, and and then he's falling, and I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing?
He's an idiot.
I wrote Jana a private message and tell her to like get away. But anyway, well, hey, have a great weekend, my man, and thanks again for doing news. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye, guys.
All right, man. See ya. That is Ross McCoy live from where I assume he's smoking weed. Could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. You want to take a break?
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a quick one. We'll come back, do some Dump 'em Out. Brand new music from the band Ultra Major. The song is called Picture Perfect. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this. Show at tomanddan.com if you, got a last minute email. We'll be right back. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
Tom.
Samantha Butler and Tony Rage all hanging out in the beautiful Streamline studio, and Sean is online.
What?
All right, let's go to it. There you go, Tom.
Well, before we go to Sean, Tony is here because he's got a new project, and so tell me about it.
Yet another project. So my whole life, as far as I can remember, I've always wanted to have some sort of company or business.
Yeah.
That
Cue the music.
that is related to skateboarding. You guys know how much I love skateboarding.
Yeah,
I have a vlog on YouTube called Tony Loves Skateboarding.
Yeah, and I've heard it from the teens in your neighborhood.
Yeah. They were out there. They're like, hey, this pedophile's got a blog you should check out.
I'm still wondering how they got out. But so recently, a friend of mine, Pedro Recio, who you might recall from a band called A Dying Regime, which is my old band.
You were in that band, dumbass.
Him and I got together and decided to start like an apparel company, kind of like, with like skateboard background, and just basically to remind people that you're never too old to do something that you love. In my case,
that's not true.
Yeah.
Tom tells me I'm too old to do a lot of stuff. He yells at me all the day, bullies me.
Yeah.
So the brand is called Stay Young SB, and this is our first shirt. I got you guys here. I'll throw it at you.
Nah.
You've seen me wear it, and there you go, Dan.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, buddy.
Yeah. So.
Ooh, I love it.
So that's like our first design. This is a locally screen printed design. So for the first design, I wanted to do something that had like a local what do you call that? Like a little local feel to it,
like a flair.
So this is a
pizzazz.
This is kind of like
local pizzazz.
We used an old pamphlet that they used to give away in New York City back in the 70s when it was called Fear City, and it was a pamphlet. It was a survival guide of the city of New York City, because New York City was so bad that when people would arrive at the airport, like people outside would hand them these pamphlets that would say "Welcome to Fear City," and it had this skull, right? And it would tell you things like where not to go at a certain time. What places like you shouldn't be at, things like that.
Neighborhoods to stay away from. Yeah.
So we decided to make it Welcome to Fun City, and it says at the bottom a survival guide to visitors of the city of Orlando, and it's got the skull having a good time with what looks to be some sort of rides in the back.
Yeah, like a mouse.
Non-specific rides.
Yeah,
in the back.
non-specific mouse place.
And so that's the first design, and there's gonna be a lot of.
It looks exactly like Walt Disney World.
No, it does not.
It looks like
the skulls at
it looks like
World.
Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney World.
It looks like dead Mickey Mouse.
Oh my god. It's like I love when you do stuff like that, because you think nobody listens.
Do you love it?
You know how many times?
Why do you love it?
Yeah.
Hold on, this will help. Hold on, this will help.
You know how many?
Look, it's Mickey Mouse. Hi, everybody. I'm just.
You know how many times I almost got fired because of things that TC said on
It
the
makes me.
Secrets.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. I almost got fired. Have we ever talked about that?
No.
Can we?
Actually, did we? I don't know.
Not on air.
Not on air.
No, So that one time that we went to the zoo.
Oh,
man, that was bad.
That was bad, huh?
Can we say that?
I mean, yeah, I don't work there.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be working there anytime soon.
So I felt so fucking bad. So
he didn't.
This was years ago, and Tony worked for a big beer company, and then we went to the zoo. We were there with my.
What grown ass men go to the fucking zoo?
Well, we were there with the
Bruiser on
kids. It was like it was Crystal and the boys. We were taking, and then we told Tony.
Hey, we're Crystal and the boys. This first song is called "Finger Picking."
And so I'm like, let's get a beer because it's miserable.
Right.
So I went, and then we went to the concession stand, and then I was like, all right, they only had one brand of beer, right?
Which is not the brand of beer I used to work for.
And it's a big brand. I'm not going to say it, but so it's not the brand that Tony worked for. It's a competing other giant brand.
I mean, it's like the most competing.
Yeah.
It's like saying
it's
Coke
two
and
Monster.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
You know?
So I was like, all right, two light
beers, please, Tom Van at the zoo.
And then Tony's like, can you put mine in a cup? because I can't be seen drinking this, right?
Which seems absurd to me.
It is absurd.
Absolutely absurd.
And because that's company
absurd.
policy that
anybody that thinks this is a dick.
Yeah.
And that I can't drink the competitor's beer. I laughed out loud and I was like, come on, who gives a fuck? Were you serious? Like, I thought he was joking.
Goddamn non-COVID America, motherfucker. We do whatever the fuck we want.
And so Tony got the cup, and then the lady didn't want it. He's like, I'm not supposed to give you a cup. And I was like,
which was ridiculous.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll pay you that. And like, that's policy. And I'm like, what? How much money? Like, I'll give you $5. Like, is that, will that cover the whole goddamn stack? Just give me the cup.
Bitch.
Anyway, so, but anyway, so
give me the cup.
So anyway,
I told this story on the air,
the radio,
laughing about how Tony was being over precautious. His fucking bosses. Okay, so then he gets up for a promotion like a week later, and he was waiting. He's like all prepared for it. He gets in the office, and then his bosses are sitting there, and he's like, "All right, Rodriguez, you're up for a promotion." and then they go down.
My most negative asset is the fact that I just work too hard.
And then and then
you got the job. Rage.
They actually said, they're like, we heard that you were drinking. What happened?
Yeah, no, it was
I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah, please. Oh my
It's
God!
coming out.
Oh no,
It's coming out.
Oh God! Daniel had to leave the room.
I know.
Oh, he's throwing up. He's throwing up.
I did it again.
Right in the trash can.
God damn it!
He just threw up.
I have fucking claw in my nose now.
Hey.
You are so naturally bumbly.
Dude, I got called in the office, and I believe it sort of started with. Oh no, I had one of my coworkers say like, "Man, did you listen to the show last night?" I'm like, "What show? What are you talking about?" And they told me about you guys, and they say you mentioned that I was drinking the competitor, and they sat me in the office, and I'm like, "Hey, well, so you know what this meeting is about?" And all that stuff, and I'm like,
"It's probably about me working too hard. I'm sorry, I just love working."
And yeah, like needless to say, they were not very happy. They were very offended by it.
So did they hear it on the radio, or someone told them they heard it?
Several people heard it on the radio.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Whoever snitched on you is the real dickhead.
But in that world, from what I've been told by people that aren't these two guys sitting here,
the bunch of
they're
bros
all like that. In that world, it's all like rat everybody out,
cutthroat,
right?
man.
Yeah.
Very cutthroat.
God damn.
Everybody I know that's worked in beer has said it's just
there were
really
insane.
difficult.
There were my peers.
Really difficult.
There were some of my peers that were very upset about that. Like, I can't believe I would do something like that. It was crazy.
What?
You're having a beer at the goddamn
They didn't
zoo.
even have the fucking company that you work for at the
just
zoo.
so you know, because I don't like lying to you, the first thing he said when he got in here, he was like, he came in here, he's like, "Can you believe this motherfucker drank the competitor beer I gave him? What a fucking idiot!"
Dude, I
and
felt
so disrespectful.
I felt like shit.
No, he did.
Because
I
normally
thought he was deflated.
Yeah. I could
like, because we thought collectively, we thought that because I lump myself in there too, doing anything like we don't do.
Dude, I'm under the guise of nothing matters all the time, and I've spent my whole career and nothing ever matters. And and I was like, oh God, I almost got fired.
Yeah, but we never do this show. Look, we make a lot of jokes. We do play hard. We goof on each other. We fuck with each other hard. But we would never. I mean, like,
not trying to get anyone fired.
No, not trying to hurt anybody. This is not
life.
a hurtful place. No matter what we say, we're not trying to hurt you.
Then I got mad at those motherfuckers. I was like, well, how stupid is that? I'm like, what a small mentality to have where you're concerned about one of your employees having a beer at the goddamn zoo on his off day. Like, it's not even working.
I guess the mentality is that, by buying a competitor, you're not giving, like, you're taking money away from our company in a way, But the way I see it,
they didn't have the beer. You would have ordered it if
Yeah.
they had it. They didn't have it, so you're supposed to like, don't drink it. If it's
he
like,
bought
fuck
you
that.
he bought you the beer.
Let's kill him.
So the next time, like it's as if to say, and correct me, you guys correct me because you've been in the world. So we're at a party. You sell X beer. I have Y beer at my party. I walk up to both of you. Hey, welcome to my party. I hand you 2 of the Y beers, and you guys both, because you work for X, have to say, "Man, I'm sorry, I can't really drink
Good question,
that." Because
what if it's free? Then you're not taking money out of
you
their
guys
pocket, right?
It was free because Tom, it was your treat.
I was buying it.
Yeah, and you would probably, and you'd
that's
get
right.
next like that. So is
It was
that
stupid.
That's frowned
God
upon,
damn.
right? Like it is frowned upon.
Yeah.
So you're at a party, you get a photo taken of you drinking with your arm around me,
and
drinking X
that's
beer,
bad.
and you're in trouble.
That's bad. Yeah.
By the way, I
never like that in my industry. Though, in my one.
Oh, really?
Smaller craft beer.
Yeah, but that's still it's just fucking crazy.
It also, there's something that disturbs me about like real big corporate allegiance when employees it's like very culty. like when you have an allegiance to this giant corporation and you're just an employee and you're not like the founder, the owner, or like higher up. You're just some employee and you're like, why do you care? Like this company will step on your skull. They don't give two fucks about you. Like they'll fire you in 1 second without batting an eye, and you are fucking that. You have that much allegiance to some shit that cares so little about you. Like I don't. What is that? I mean, it's brainwashing.
Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever. Like we had a conversation and ended up being fine. Like what are you gonna? I mean, I still got the promotion. But.
That made me feel better. If you got fired, I would have felt
But
better.
then I just wanted. I don't like lying. He did come in the next day and he's like, "He got the promotion. See, I'm a hero."
I did say that.
I know. So I mean, it's really like no hard feelings. I just thought it was really.
It's weird. It's bizarre.
It's bizarre to go through something like that because you really don't think about it. I remember my brother used to work for like a big soda company, and he used to tell me he couldn't drink the other, and I used to think that was silly. Until it happened to me, and then I was like, okay, well,
it's true.
In a way, it's true, and it's a thing that you should probably, there's so many options out there that you can probably get away with, not drinking the competitors, but, it ended up being fine.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's also your intent. So like as a boss, you'd be like, all right, if you are drinking the competitor's beer and putting it on social media and being like, this is delicious, then I'd be like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
But if you're like, someone buys you a beer,
minding your business, and you go out of your way to get it in a cup so that you're not walking around with it.
I would have said if I'm the owner, and it got back to me,
he's like, he's doing the right thing.
If you came in, you're like, I put it in a cup. I'm like, well, then more people need to be like you. I appreciate that. And that's not what I.
To get mad at you. You went. I was talking about how you went the extra mile to get it in a cup so no one saw you, and I thought it was stupid.
Yeah, but you hear what
and then
you want to hear.
Got mad.
Well, you're the OG snitch. You snitched on him on the radio.
Yeah, I did. And I helped you.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get Disney calling my ass.
So go buy those shirts, guys. StayYoungSB.com. And
I wore a Bear in the Big Blue House suit for 10 years.
Don't talk about it.
Fuck. How is that possible? Ross thinks I'm crazy, but I'm like, how is it they didn't send the goddamn giant billion-dollar corporation a cease and desist for doing that shit? I don't know. It's crazy. I called it drunk. I was talking about doing cocaine.
It's because
you wearing a Bear in the Big Blue. Yeah.
It's because you changed the color of the nose.
But still, they send cease and desist for a lot less. Yeah. Anyway, so
all right, let me plug my shit, man.
Sorry.
God damn it. So anyway, see. So what was I saying? So Stay Young SB. The shop is up right now, so that you can get that shirt right now, and there are going to be a few more models here this weekend, and hopefully a hoodie. Get ready for winter. And the shop is stayyoungsb.com, and man, I'm excited about it.
Cool.
So
awesome.
Check it out.
I'm proud of you, man. That's super neat.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's it's cool to support super small anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Chunkle Chicken Cheesesteak in the Twitch chat wants to know if you have a Chungus size. I
have right now. Okay, so I made a rookie mistake, which was I printed a small quantity of smalls and XLs, just thinking, like when band days, we used to have XLs left over, and the XLs are flying off the shelf. Yeah. So I think I only have I have like
COVID
2 or 3.
Yeah.
I have like 2 or 3 left right now. There will be bigger sizes available when the new models go on the website.
Chungus to come.
You could have texted one of us, so we
work in the merch.
We figured out this merch thing. We told you like the XL big size, no smalls. Never smalls. They sit there and dust.
Our highest seller is a 2 to 3X.
Oh yeah. Well, the 4X sell out the fastest because here's a little known fact. Fat people have the fastest fingers. Because it's the only thing they can really move.
It's the only skinny part of the body.
Yeah, they're like, look at this.
Anyway.
A lot of exercising.
So on our BDM page, I saw, and Daniel saw it at the exact same time, because we both made the comment to call in. We saw a BDM make a post telling a story that we both thought were hilarious.
Yeah.
And he's on the line with us right now. Sean, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on, guys?
Hey, sorry for making you wait, but thanks for calling in, man. So what happened to you? Because it sounded bananas.
Okay. Do you want to start from the beginning?
Please. Yeah, please.
Okay. All right, so we used to live in a house, and then we moved about 10 houses down, and I ordered a hat from you guys. and I accidentally entered in the wrong address, which was only, probably about like 20 digits off. So, and I got the email that it got delivered, so I went to the guy's house.
Can you pause for 1 second?
Sure.
The first question I have, we're going to interrupt you a lot. I'll just apologize.
That's fine.
Who the hell moves 10 houses down the block?
Right.
Yeah, especially, I assume it's a rental property because every rental property I had, I literally couldn't wait to get the fuck out of that neighborhood. I looked around, I was like, I cannot wait until I get out of here and never see this neighborhood again. It's bad. Anyway.
It was just an easy move, There was 10 houses down, so it was like, oh shit, we don't got to move that far,
Yeah,
You
but
didn't even have to rent
what
a
were you
U-Haul.
gaining?
Right.
Is a better
Bigger
spot?
house?
But yeah, 10 houses down,
Oh,
you still
it
gotta
was-
put it in a back of a truck or some shit. You're not saving
It was
that
just
much.
cheaper rent, that was it.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So, so I went to the guy's house, knocked on the door, said, hey, man, had a package delivered. I accidentally put my old address. I used to live here. Did the package show up? And the guy said, no, man, there's no package here. So I was like, oh, fuck. All right, man, well, whatever. Appreciate it. And then I knew the guy was bullshitting. So, probably about, a year and a half later, and my I know it was a long time.
I don't know why I think that's so funny because I was reading what you wrote, and when I got to that part, it said about a year and a half later. I'm like, what?
Year and a half later. So I'm walking, my dogs, and they're used to shitting, right near that house, So I would still.
It used to be their home.
Yeah, it was their old
It used
house.
to be their home.
They probably still smell their own doo-doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So he comes out and he goes, hey, man, there was a big shit right here, on the next property over. He goes, and I kind of park over here, and could you, now let your dog shit here? And I'm like, whatever, dude, So I just kind of left it at that, just forgot about it. And he would always, every time I would walk by at night, he'd always, peek around the garage and, look at me. And, I'm staring right at him while my dog's shitting, So, exactly, just like that.
Did you pick up the doo-doo? Because that is kind of a D-head move. It's just...
it's in an empty lot.
Ah, okay. All right. So,
Empty lot. So,
he was mad that you were letting your dog shit in the empty lot.
I get mad about that, too. That's an empty lot, guys.
Where he parks his car sometimes. So, anyway, now fast forward again to last Sunday. We had family over, and we're hanging out. We're drinking, playing games and everything. And my daughter left the door open, and my one dog, I can't let him out on his own because he takes off running. He's a part boxer, he fucking hauls ass.
He's a chopper, yeah.
Yeah. So he took off, and at first I wasn't going to go after him because I've gone after him so many times. My wife was like, I'll go after him, and I was like, nah, I felt bad. So I had the least to drink, and we were drinking, I was drinking Bloody Marys. And
the least to drink. Not that I wasn't drunk. Jesus.
So me and my sister-in-law's boyfriend, we hopped in the car, and we started just around the neighborhood, that's it. And we drive by my old house. I figured he might be there. And then all of a sudden I see the guy, and he's outside, and he's wearing a black BDM hat that I fucking ordered.
Like a year and 8 months ago.
I was furious at first. And so I quickly...
You're drunk.
Yeah. And so I quickly turn around, and he's freaking out. He's like, Sean, what's going on, man? Because the whole time I'm like, no, this motherfucker. I'm swearing and shit.
This is
so he's freaking out.
By the way, Sean, this is where me and you depart in this category because I never confront them. I tell the story, but I never...
It would be hard to stop me from just driving my new car over the man. I'd be like, go.
Over a hat.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I was sober, I probably never would have confronted him. I probably would have like, that fucker, But, I mean, I had some vodka in me, so I was feeling good.
Good, let's do it. Let's kill this motherfucker.
sister-in-law's boyfriend. He's like, "What's going on, man?" He goes, "I don't have my gun with me today."
Jesus.
And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, "You don't need that thing."
Let's escalate.
Oh my God, man.
It costs us $8.
All I got is this grenade.
It's $8.
Wait, hold on. Was it the regular? Was it a flex fit or a snapback? What are we
It was the flex fit one.
Oh, that
fitted.
ain't $8. That's $14. Let's kill this motherfucker.
Still sewed in Wuhan.
It's still got it's covered in Wuhan flu.
And it still had the sticker on it and everything.
Oh,
it was fucking beautiful condition still. So I stopped in front of the house and I said, "Hey man, have you seen a dog running around?" And he said no.
The guy stole your dog. Motherfucker
Yeah.
stole your dog.
Then a year later,
He asked what the dog looked like, and I told him, I was like, that really wasn't what I wanted to ask him, But I was like, it's not important. I'm like, I like that hat though. And he,
you did the
goes,
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to do that. Hey, that's a nice looking hat.
I never do that. Yeah. Because for sure the guy knows
Fuck yeah.
that something's
Oh, he
afoot.
he fucking knows. So I asked him about the hat, and he said, "Oh no, I got this from the radio station." And I'm like, "Fucking bullshit, man." And
Well, okay, so stop
But
right
it
there,
just
Sean.
says BDM,
All right.
right?
Yeah, so okay.
But he knew enough. The guy knew
But
enough
how?
to say from quote radio
But
station.
how?
Well, the
I think
package,
he probably searched Tom and Dan.
I think the back says Tom and Dan.
the back says Tom and
But
Dan. Yeah.
also, it probably came with stickers, and,
Yeah.
then, and
Media.
then Eric stamps it, the T&D Media.
Gotcha.
So he must have looked it up. But what's
Yeah.
odd is that he looked
God,
it
our
up.
branding is not working if this guy didn't know it was a podcast.
What if he's listening right now? What if he's a listener now?
Well, I'm wondering that because he said radio station, so he did enough research on Google to surmise that it was some sort of show. And
Well, I write in every package, if stolen, just say radio station. Because I'm crazy.
Yeah, so he must. I know you caught him off guard, and he just said radio station, but that's an odd thing for him
It
to
really
say.
is. Yeah, it
Yes.
definitely was the clue in the email or our Facebook post you put out.
I told my wife this, and she was like, "You think that guy was a listener?" I was like, "No, because he wouldn't have said radio
do you
station."
guys include anything else with shipping, like stickers or
Just stickers, but it's Tom and Dan stickers.
Yeah, but is it TomandDan.com?
Tom and Dan radio station
but
stickers,
it
I don't
doesn't go anywhere near the radio station. Like you would have to then find because there's nothing even.
No, I know, but I'm saying like maybe he saw TomandDan.com, went on the website and saw that you guys were a show, and he's like, oh yeah,
Yeah, but,
cool.
our
it doesn't
website-
say radio at all.
Yeah, our website doesn't even mention that we're on the radio. I think.
No. I mean, that's how bad at business we are.
But no, we purposely didn't want to promote that. We're like, don't mention that.
By the way, it was just a plain black hat. It didn't even say Tom and Dan. We sell plain
Right.
black hats now. It's the Tom and Dan plain black hat.
So this guy said it was
No branding,
He got
guaranteed.
It from and what'd you say?
So he didn't know anything. He didn't know what BDM meant. And
Were you quizzing him?
Yes.
I do like that. I like the quiz.
So is your friend loading his gun now? Because let's do this.
Because did you
We have to kill this man.
What did he say when you asked him what BDM meant?
He totally changed the subject, and that's when he goes, "No, man, this is not yours. This is not your hat."
Oh, he just denied.
Yeah. So he fucking he didn't know, the tip touching.
Change the subject.
So after he basically changed the subject and kept on saying, well, it's not, it wasn't my hat that I got, and he even said, he goes, "Yeah, I remember you coming by and asking for it." So
Damn it.
I remember you asking for this hat, but it's not that one that you asked for.
I remember you coming by, and I remember
It
you
just
saying,
reminded me that I wanted to order a
I
hat.
remember you said you ordered a hat just like this in this exact size.
And then but I never, when I asked him about the package, those 2 years ago, I never mentioned that there was a hat. I just said a package.
Right.
So you caught him. Yeah, like
You caught him the moment you saw him with it on, but what's the conclusion?
Well, maybe
You know
he
what?
was a BDM and he liked to order the same hat.
You know what? You got to call the cops.
Yeah.
And
Theft.
it is.
That's
And
fucking felony.
It's
opening up somebody else's mail?
Yeah, it's a federal offense.
They're
egg the shit out of his house.
They're going to be pissed when they go, they got a
No,
fucking hat.
and they got
Jesus
nothing better to do than deal with that right now.
Right?
I mean, they're bored right now, police officers. There's nothing going on, and morale has never been higher.
Did you try to press it further? Like, be like, no, that's my hat, give it back?
No. I was just like, all right, man. I was like, whatever, dude, I got you. and I fucking drove off. And then
that's where you
pussy.
You're gonna call somebody a pussy.
Yeah, I just totally left it at that.
Right.
And then once I got home, you know, which right around the corner, you know, I was real heated, and I don't know what I was more pissed off about: the fact that my dog was missing, or this fucking dude just stole my hat.
Well, the reason why you're
fucking lied
pissed
about
off
it.
is I get pissed off like that too when I don't say the things that you get home. You're like, I should have said this. I should have said
should've said this, yeah.
And then you take it out on your family.
Yeah, you do.
do nothing
Yeah,
to
you just gotta slam some doors and punch some
Yeah,
drywall.
you're getting extra drunk. You're yelling at your wife.
You do that move where your daughter says, and I know this one because I've done it. Your daughter walks up to you and you're mad about something, and she's like, "Daddy, will you play with me?" And you're like, "Shut up!" You do that.
You stole
move.
my hat, and I was too much of a pussy to tell him.
Your mom says I'm a pussy and I can't get my hat back. So no, I don't want to play with you.
Because you know what?
And then I tell Maisie, I'm like, "You go get my hat. You're brave."
You know what it reminds you of? It's like when a bully steals your hat and you get home and your dad's like, "Go back there and get your hat back."
And then your dad walks you back.
Yeah, and then you're like, "Oh fuck!" And then you have to go back and the bully, and then he beats you up.
And then your dad goes, "Scott, is there something you wanted to say to Spike, Daniel?" And I'm like,
Yes, sir.
and then he's like, "Go ahead."
Give me back my hat, motherfucker.
That's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. Throw goddamn it in there.
He's pulling your pants down.
Yeah, he's fat. Don't let him. He's fat. Don't let him pull his pants down. Grab his dick, Daddy. Grab his dick.
So now,
pull it. Pull the dick. Pull the dick. You're little. Pull the dick.
So
God damn it, you disappoint me. My little midget son won't even grab a goddamn bully's dick. And then he died. that was just 8 years ago.
And you didn't get your hat back.
Yeah, I did.
So what's interesting though is since you live only like 10 houses down, like
this is the dumbest story I've
does
ever.
this guy have the balls to like wear the hat mowing his lawn again?
Well,
Like,
yeah, because he's claiming it's
I don't
his.
think so.
He's freaking
Oh,
clear now.
yeah, he is, 'cause
He's
you
freaking
walked
clear
away.
now.
He
You
won.
Sam's
Yeah,
right.
he won.
So how do you get back at this guy? Like, do you?
I'm gonna just keep on letting my dog like shit in his lawn. And
Find your dog?
I'm gonna do it at night. So I tried it last night, but my dog didn't have the shit. And I even fed him like rice and everything. I was like, oh, I did like a big old shit.
My God.
And he didn't. My dog didn't shit.
In my fantasy, you work yourself up. You're like, fuck this. You're like, goddamn, you're a pussy. Just go back there and like, you know what you should do? You gotta steal one of his bags.
Steal something of his. Yeah.
So you go back.
You're fucking George Costanza. Steal his clock.
You see like the Amazon employee put the package down. You wait.
Yeah.
You run out. You steal it. You run.
Except you're on his Ring doorbell. He calls the cops on you.
Or you get that. You're like, I stole his shit. You open up his wife's diabetes medication.
Oh.
There's an ambulance at his house. And you're like, no.
And you're trying to sneak it back.
It says medical marijuana for children with seizures. And you're like, fuck.
You kill one of his. You're like, no.
You're trying to run 10 houses down.
You're like, I got it too. All over a medium hat.
I got your next hat, man. We'll buy you a hat.
Yeah.
All right, man. I appreciate it,
We'll
guys.
get you a hat. I'm sorry about that. And don't kill the guy. Don't leave the guy alone. He sounds
it's
like
fine.
a good, sane person.
He's wearing it.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Yeah,
He
he's
enjoys
promoting
it.
this, I guess.
Everybody on the BDM page just was like, give me his address. Well, shit is on myself and all that.
No. That's
Goddamn heathens.
By the way, it's the worst place you could have told that story.
We'll give you another hat. It's fine.
That guy does have some fucking balls.
It
though.
is, yeah. Like, especially because, well, I guess maybe he thought like the person this was intended for will never ever.
Yeah.
Like, who moves 10 houses down from the
but
house?
he got
I don't think he knew that I moved 10 houses down.
Of course not.
I just told him that I put him just wrong address.
Well, Sean, no sane person
wait a minute.
moves 10 houses down because it's such a pain in the ass.
but wait a
You want to
minute.
move
Right.
to some like who know? Even
How much are you saving on rent?
Yeah, $100. It's not even worth it.
Well, I mean, you could be
It was a couple
renting and
$100
then
bucks.
buying in the same neighborhood.
He said a couple $100. Check this
It was
out.
a couple $100.
I think
Not worth it.
No, it's the no. Now he'll never
And a hat.
like the hat is that guy's now,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you why. Because this guy rolled back through, and like Tom said, no sane person will move 10 houses down. When you rolled by, that motherfucker goes, after you left, he was like, God damn, this is a magic hat. Like this is like rare, or this is like he thought it was like something coveted because he thought you drove miles away to come check on your hat. So you boistered. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like you lifted the level of it.
He knew he was the dog shitting guy, and he had the balls to yell at him before, like, "Don't let your dog shit." And then so
he didn't. So no, you're right. So he did know,
but he probably didn't realize that you were the same hat guy. Like, why are you wouldn't make
Probably
the correlation?
not, yeah.
Anyway, that is funny.
Well,
shit.
your friend should have shot him. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Don't do that. Don't take guns anywhere. Why are people driving around with guns?
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Palaca, so.
They like
escalated situation.
Yeah, they like guns. Don't do that.
All
That's
right,
a good way
Sean,
to get hurt.
Send us your email address. We're gonna send you a BDM.
What are we gonna
right?
do with this email address?
Oh yeah, I mean you know what I meant.
Send us your email address, and then I'll email you to
a
get
picture
your
of a hat.
Send it to the right address. Wow.
Yeah, make sure you give us the right address this time.
Yeah, right.
I got this Tony Ray shirt.
I'll send you the. Hey, it's gonna be rare soon as Disney hears this.
They're gonna sue the shit out of him.
You're ruining Tony's life.
You really are. I thought we were friends.
I know. I'm making the joke.
If you thought drinking the wrong beer was bad, wait till the mouse comes
You
at
fuck
you.
with the mouse.
Man.
No.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
They'll fuck me.
All right,
good.
let's get do dump him out and get the hell out of here.
Dump him out.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. I wanna also see your bottomics.
Dump them out. Brought to you by.
Oh.
Oh God. Oh God.
There it is. Too
Okay.
much.
There it is. Oh, I feel so much
I feel like throw up.
I feel so
Don't
much
mention
better.
any sponsor right now.
I didn't realize how good that works at the end of the song.
Chungus.
And then everybody waits and they hold their breath. Everybody's like,
You gotta go see a doctor if
White
that's happening,
Claw.
right?
Is that the audio from Chungus?
Don't say White Claw.
Get it out.
Dump them out.
Don't say get it out.
I'll tell you about a promotion at 7-Eleven. If you enter in your phone number, you get $3 off a 12-pack of White Claw. Don't bang your head on the Corona. And it doesn't work for two, one per day.
One per day.
It's $3 off a 12-pack.
Why are you going back?
Don't.
I run out of White Claw, go to my 7-Eleven.
During the day, so you hit it at 11 and come back at 1?
And they're like, hey, you entered $3 off, that's good.
And you always
really good.
And you always hit your head in the Corona
Well,
display.
because I lean over, they're like, enter your number like
Every time. Got me again.
Don't hit your head.
It's just for my short T-Rex arms. I'm putting my number.
You have normal arms. I have tiny arms.
I don't know. They're pretty short.
Yeah, they're kind of short. Anyway,
okay.
What do we got here?
Well, we did do a Shop LC contest on the BDM
Yeah.
group. Only 2 people contributed to it.
Pabone and
Steph.
And Steph crushed it. I kind of feel like she's the winner.
Yeah.
Pabone did a good job, but Steph, I mean, she had.
Steph
So,
did crush
Steph,
it.
I know you were in the
She
chat.
sold it with the sizzle.
By the way,
Send me your mailing address.
we have a ridiculous
So much
box
stuff.
filled with
you guys
expensive things.
Yeah,
You guys
hey,
fucked up.
We're gonna do it again, but hey, let this be a lesson. Some of y'all fucked up because it's great shit.
Well, we're bad at contests, but also me and Daniel were from the radio days, like people would show their titties for a burned out Corona shirt.
Yeah.
With like some fucking hard potato sack Gildan shirt.
Yeah, it's like a
with
3X.
with a one color Corona, and then people would show their titties for
Yeah.
that. My God.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We had like 2 twins come up and eat an ice cream bar out of each other's buttholes for like some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Better times, man.
Yeah, it was a better time.
So Samantha got a tomato.
I did. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
all that shit talking about my tomato plant will never.
And I've neglected the hell out of this plant, and it got a tomato.
Apparently you did, but she showed, like, she's like, no tomatoes, no tomatoes, no tomatoes, no tomatoes. And then when she finally showed the picture of this thing's as big as a fucking pumpkin.
Out of nowhere.
How did you miss it?
Did you put it on the ground or
No.
is it still on where?
Oh, you gotta let it vine ripen.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you got until it turns red. Don't pick it.
Oh, I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, leave it on there.
Because then
It's hanging.
Then
That's what I do with acne.
If it turns, like, it'll be the most
Until it turns
delicious
red.
tomato.
I'll bring it in. We'll all share it. We'll
I
all
have
get
like
a slice.
6 habaneros grown that you gave me. I have a bunch of- they're all orange. I don't know what the fuck to do with them.
Eat those.
Yeah, you're going to eat them.
No,
You
no.
slice them. Slice them up.
Eat them raw.
Oh, my God. That'd be terrible.
So I saw a story and I sent it to Samantha, and the headline is horrible. Is this some crazy person that slapped some kid?
Racist lady.
Yeah. And by the way, if you slap my kid in the face, I will punch you in the gut with 100% strength.
Even if it's a woman?
Yes, but now I won't punch you in the face because you're a woman, but I'll punch you in the gut.
What a gentleman.
But what if I'm
If you
defending
slap my kid?
What if I'm defending myself from your son at a Proud Boys rally?
No, yeah, well, that's fine.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like,
He's like,
I can't believe
he's
this.
bullying me. I'm like, please stop.
So when the police arrested this
Why did you button your top button on your polo?
crazy lady, they stated what they found, and I wanted Samantha to read it so you guys can laugh, because I never I saw this and then I just read the bottom. I was like, that's hilarious. I screenshot it, and then what did it say?
So it says, I guess there was a go-kart crash. They were at a game center in Boca Raton called Boomers. The lady's 30 years old, so they're in a go-kart track, right?
This some trashy ass white trash shit.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So the boy rear-ended her driving the go-karts. Of course,
it happens.
It says at the conclusion of the go-kart ride, Zager got out of her go-kart, approached the boy, and slapped him in the face.
Oh.
She also used a racial slur, of course, because
come
it
on
is a
now.
place called Boomers. The boy's father
you
said
deserve a punch in the gut.
Yeah.
the boy's father said the collision involving Zager was touched off by another crash that started a chain reaction and led to his son's vehicle being pushed into the woman's, according to the complaint.
What happens?
Yeah, you hit the back of it was a whiplash crazy. Yeah.
Zager told the police she, quote, tapped the boy in the face, but admitted she shouldn't have touched him. The criminal complaint said she was being arrested on suspicion of child abuse. A body search unearthed a tin can of Altoid mints in her underwear. Police said that the tin had a variety of pills that Zager could not show prescriptions for, which led her to also be booked for illegal possession of prescription drugs.
She had an Altoid tin can of pain pills
Altoid pussy
in her underwear.
Fresh puss.
And so I was like, goddamn. Like, so then I was thinking, like, it wasn't in her pocket. Like, she had it stashed in her, like,
In her
But I wonder if she did that because the cops got called.
Was she bigger? Because, you stuff that in your front butt. You put it right in your, with that big, you pull your jeans up, like fatter women that are Karens, if you unzip their zipper on their jeans and they pull it open, you just get muff. There's nothing there. It's just like a muff hole. And you can put your Altoids in there, and then eventually the go-kart will vibrate it down to where it needs to be. That's exactly what happened. I know you guys are thinking about that right now. That's exactly what happened.
I was like, what's trashier than an Altoid tin can of pain pills in your panties? I was like, that's pretty funny.
Hey, guess who got stopped and pulled out a line at Disney for a can of Altoids in her purse? My wife.
Why? Is that, do you not allowed to have that?
It was metal. It kept setting off the. Man, I got to tell you, the park's doing it right. I mean, they're extremely strict. My God.
They're
extremely strict.
What's the lemon wedge?
Oh, I put that on the list. That is mine. My wife made a dinner this week. It was shout out to Holobox. One of the things that came up we get those HelloFresh boxes still, so we can cook, but it's a little bit easier. God, I'm still cry laughing. And there was a meal where we made schnitzel, where you pound a thin pork fillet out, and then you panko bread it, and then you light fry it.
Yeah.
And we made those, and it came with with the meal a lemon wedge. And I was like, that is something that it's a forgotten thing. Like, I remember going to dinner as a kid, and every meal, if it was like a fancier meal, you would get a lemon wedge and a sprig of parsley. At every fucking restaurant. And I think what we view as fancy has changed, or obviously that is something that real chefs look at and they go, that's bullshit. You don't need that. But I gotta say, the nostalgia factor to it. Like when we sat down, my wife, we always share the task. So I fried up the food and everything, and then she'll plate. So she was plating, and when I came to the plate, the 2 little lemon wedges sitting there, like, I don't know, I felt like fancy. Like, I was like, oh, this is great. And I squeezed them over my food, and it was great.
It used to be a garnish that it was familiar to add to all things, right? Like you got a lemon wedge with your meal, and then you either put it in your water or like on your food.
Never do that. Like at a fish house, you would get like a lemon wedge.
Seafood.
Yeah, you squeeze it over.
I don't know if I can call it fancy when I have like rats eating the shit out of them in my backyard. All my lemons and limes.
Right. I get it. Citrus trees are bad if you don't like the rodents. But I don't know. Like I wrote it down because I was like, ooh, lemon wedge, I like. Like so little things like that can add to your dinner, make it a little bit better.
What's turkey pot pie? Speaking of dinner.
Turkey pot pies. That was not the dinner I had. That was another dinner. And what I wrote down for that one, when I looked at it, I was like, why the fuck does a turkey pot pie that is about the size of, I don't know, a softball, why does that thing take a full 60 minutes to cook? 60 fucking minutes.
Yeah. There are things
because they're frozen, right? You got the frozen ones.
A lot of
things are frozen that don't take an hour to cook.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's usually like most of my kids, like if I'm giving them like shit meals of like the chicken sandwiches, the frozen meals for dinner. Right. It's all 20 minutes in the oven or whatever. Why?
Like a pizza.
To get that crispy flakiness on the pastry, right?
I mean, I guess, but it just seems...
I haven't had a pot pie in I don't know how long.
No. You know what? We went with... I told Andrea not to go high dollar. So, but I think...
What do you want, banquet?
No.
Oh, okay, because that's garbage.
I like the garbagey ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like a
not
good...
Banquet's too far.
I like Banquet. I like Stouffer's. I like...
Stouffer's is fine.
She got Marie Collander's.
Yeah, that's
and
fancy
I'm like,
pants.
I don't want that.
This thing has 700 grams of sodium.
More. Are you crazy? It ain't got 700 grams of sodium in it. Are you insane? It has 2,000 grams of sodium in it.
When I first moved here to the U.S., I discovered chicken pot pies. I never even seen one in my life, and I was obsessed.
For real?
I would eat them every single night until one day I got food poisoning, and I haven't touched one in 20 years.
Oh my god,
you're not that fucking far off on
like
the sodium.
No, I know. I looked at it. It's like I thought the one we had was 1,600 grams or
1,180 for a turkey pot pie.
Yeah, a lot of them have.
God damn,
it's a lot.
It's because they have so much preservatives. So they put so much salt in there. Because it'll last for 18 years.
So bad for you, but frozen. But I don't know, for whatever reason, when it's trash food nostalgia, turkey pot pie, man, my dad, little salute.
All right, let's get out of here. Travis, what do we got? Anything? I know at Hollowbox
we still got the pint deal over at Hollowbox at their Magnolia Square Market. Pick up anything from them, whether it be a cheese, cold cut, beer, whatever. Pick up yourself a BDM pint glass. They're the nice ones with the red bottom.
Yeah, free. It just asks for one. It helps us because they're like, oh, Tom and Dan listeners are coming.
Ooh, I didn't even think they're like Louboutins. They're red bottoms. Yeah, they got like they're tinted red on the bottom of the glass.
That and check out our friends, our BDM owned Six Flags nursery. They got a bunch of stuff over there. They're carrying liquid glass now, so you can get your starter pack over there. They have everything for all your gardening needs, all the tools, all the rocks, mulch, everything. They offer BDM discount. Seth's getting ready to get a nice huge water feature put in there. They do these really nice big vases and stuff like that. So check them out.
Yeah, it's Six Flags Mulch in Longwood, and you can go to sixflagsmulch.com. But if you're doing big projects, like I'm about to redo my front yard, I'm going to get a dump truck of topsoil from them. And then it's like within 7 miles is free delivery. So anyway, Samantha, who's on the podcast this weekend?
So we're recording tomorrow with Trey Sywick from the Swervy Jones Show, as well as my friend Derek. And we're actually we're going to record our first episode of my little side project, which is a conspiracy theory podcast called You Hear About This One?
I cannot wait.
And that's also going to be co-hosted with my friend Derek. And we are covering the Paul is dead theory and the Avril Lavigne body double theory.
Oh, cool.
And if you want to buy one of Toni Rodriguez's shirt, I think you go to CocoTheMovie.com. Wow. Search for Disney World shirt.
No,
this is gonna come back to bite me again.
I'm like, wow,
why would you do this?
He's really
Like,
doubling
you're a
down on
friend.
this.
I'm like, I am your friend. I can't.
I don't have enough friends to do that. So I'm just gonna sit here quietly. I'm like, thanks for the shirt.
Tony's the only one left. I'll ruin that one good.
Oh, I still got Jesse from Odang Hummus. I'll text him now and again.
So if you want to get some of my gear, go to stayyoungsb.com. Just help me out, man. Like, I love my BDM.
I love my D, too.
I love my D. We'll send you a pic with every shirt.
And also, Tony loves skateboarding on YouTube.
Yep. And remember, if you go there, you remember their motto.
You could have an aneurysm on the toilet. You never know.
That is the Stay Young motto.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.